Hi dear students, everybody. Welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. Right, we have been discussing the solutions of July attempt JEE Mains paper. Today we shall have a discussion of 27th July dated JEE Mains paper, Shift-2. Okay, first let us have the solutions of math part, followed by physics and chemistry will also be there. Right dear students. Chalo, the first question, the domain of the function f of x is sine inverse of step of 2x square minus 3 plus log base 2 of log half of this. Here very clear friends, we need to find the domain, that means you need to form the inequations part, right. You see step of 2x square minus 3, sine inverse can take the values only from minus 1 to 1. So first thing is this 2x square minus 3 can be minus 1 to, this step can be minus 1, 0, 1 also. So I can take less than 2. This is inequation number 1. We can solve this. And second one, input of this logarithm, whatever it is given in input, x square minus 5x plus 5 must be positive. This is second inequation. And the third one, this input of second logarithm should also be positive. That means you see log base 1 by 2 of something should be positive, means as the base is between 0 to 1, this something must be less than 1. Something is x square minus 5x plus 5, so you will get x square minus 5x plus 4 less than 0. This is the third inequation friends. You just take the common solution of these three inequations, you are going to get the answer to be option C, that is open interval 1 to 5 minus root 5 by 2. Simple friends, it is very simple to find the domain of certain functions. The next, you see this complex numbers related question, you are given alpha beta are the two angles between pi and 2 pi, and he said one complex number, this is 1 minus I sin alpha by 1 plus 2i sin alpha is, you see, purely imaginary, and second complex number is purely real. So in such a way, if you could take alpha and beta, he is defining z alpha beta as this particular complex number. In that case, find set of all such possible cases, sum of all those things. You see my dear friends, since it is purely imaginary, just you apply the condition z plus z bar is equal to 0, you will get sin square alpha is 1 by 2, that is sin alpha is plus or minus 1 by root 2. So alpha lies between pi to 2 pi means, so alpha can be, you can say pi plus pi by 4 as well as 2 pi minus pi by 4. In the same way, beta, you see, since it is purely real, you just apply z is equal to z bar and simplify, you will get cos beta is equal to 0. In the interval 0 to 2 pi, beta must be 3 pi by 2, right. You got 2 alphas and 1 beta, you just find z alpha beta. There will be two possibilities z alpha beta. You see, alpha you can take this and 3 pi by 2, one combination, which you will get 1 minus I. Another possibility is minus 1 minus I. Now in this simplification, z alpha beta, once you take this value and simplify, next you take this value and simplify, finally you are going to get the answer to be 1 my dear friends. That's all, matter of simplification, that's it. Next, you see the third question, it's very standard, alpha beta are the roots of this particular quadratic equation, then find the quadratic equation with roots alpha plus 1 by beta, beta plus 1 by alpha. In this problem, here there is a printing error, even in the question paper he didn't give x here. So if x is not given, this is not quadratic, this will be different kind of equation, there will be no answer. So this is why add score should be given to this particular question, and you can observe that these two are equal and get cancelled my dear friends. And so you know how to do this. If you want me to do, you can say, suppose my dear friends, 3 power, it is root log 5 by root log 3 is one number. Another number is 5 power root log 3 by root log 5 is another number. you just raise both the things to the power root log 5 into root log 3. So that you know what happens, this becomes 3 power log 5, this becomes 5 power log 3. You know you can interchange these two, so you can observe that these two are equal. So these two got cancelled, my dear friends. The equation becomes x square minus 5x. Even here also you can say that these two get cancelled. This is minus 1, no, you will get minus 3 equal to 0 is the equation, my dear friends. So you can also prove these two are equal. How can you say? You see, 5 power log 3 base 5 power 2 by 3, you can write log 3 base 5, you can write, or log 5 base 3 into, you see, you can write here, you just consider this part, otherwise log 5 base 3, you see, log 5 base 3 power 1 by 3 is there, 3 power. You can write it as 3 power log 3 base 5 into, you can write log 3 base 5 power minus 2 by 3, you can write, my dear friends, so that this can get reversed and you can observe that these two get cancelled. So this is the quadratic equation whose roots are alpha beta. So you can say alpha plus beta is 5, alpha beta is minus 3. You want a new transformed equation with these two as roots, which is alpha beta plus 1 is minus 2 by alpha minus 2 by beta. If you want this equation, my dear friends, if this is f of x, you can find minus 2 by x is equal to 0. You are going to get option B is the right answer. Okay. So the only thing what you require is, my dear friends, in this question one printing error. These two are two standard questions where you can see that these two get cancelled. You can easily see the quadratic equation. Okay. Next, friends, you see this particular 2 by 2 matrix given, he has given this, mostly a square matrix satisfies its characteristic equation. You just find characteristic equation A minus lambda I is equal to 0. The determinant of A is going to be here, my dear friends. Det A is going to be 18, you can directly say that 18 is the answer, my dear friends, or else you can compare and check, you are going to get the same. You just expand this and you will get that this particular value det A is going to be 18, that is it. Next, you see this particular limit, he said this function is continuous at x is equal to 0. So f of 0 is nothing but limit x tends to 0. If you put x tends to 0, my dear friend, this is denominator is 0, okay, cube the root of 729 plus qx minus 9, that is fine. In numerator, to get 0, otherwise it will not be 0, to get 0 p must be 3, my dear friends. Then only if p is 0 as x tends to 0, you will get 0 by 0, otherwise the limit will become infinity, but he said continuous, so p must be 3. So this is 3 power 7, take 3 power 7 common, 1 plus x by x power 7 power 1 by 7 minus 3, my dear friends. Here also you can write this is limit x tends to 0, you can take 3, you can take common, yes, into 1 plus x, I mean x by 1 by x by 3 power 7 whole power 1 by 7 minus 1 by, here you can take 729 common, 9 into 1 plus qx by, you can say 3 power 6, 729 power 1 by 3 minus 1 you will get. Of course, this gets cancelled 3 times. Now you can just apply L'Hospital's rule and put x is equal to 0 and f of 0 is given. If you apply, you are going to get the condition here, my dear friends, it is going to be, I can say 63q into f of 0 minus p square, you are going to get p, already you know p is 3, this is 9, q value you cannot find because f of 0 is also not known, you will get a relation from this, just apply L'Hospital's rule from here, right. Next, my dear friends, this is simple one, f of x is given like 2 plus this 1, you just write the definition by splitting it into cases. You see this becomes 0 at 1, 0, minus 1, suppose minus 1, minus 2, 0, 1 and 2. Suppose in these cases you try to write the definition of this function, my dear friends. Suppose x is more than 2, all are positive, you are going to get, my dear friends, here you can simply write, just apply the cases, you will get y is equal to minus x case here, right. Then next, my dear friends, you will get y is equal to x plus 2 you will get. Then you will get slope with 3, just give the cases 0 to 1, you will get y is equal to 3x plus 2 with more slope, y is equal to 3x plus 2 you will get, and then you will get with less slope y is equal to x plus 4. You just give the cases. Now in this case he is asking f dash of minus 3 by 2 means here it is minus x, its derivative is minus 1 itself. Minus 1 by 2 is here, its derivative is 1. At 1 by 2 its derivative is 3, and at 3 by 2 its derivative is 1. My dear friends, the answer should be 4, but he has given as 2, so this statement is wrong. The next, integral minus 2 to 2, he wants f of x. You can rather integrate case wise, this to this areas you can find, areas of the trapeziums also you can find, you will get exactly 12. Or you can write integral minus 2 to minus 1 minus x dx plus integral minus 1 to 0 x plus 2 dx, integral 0 to 1 3x plus 2 dx plus integral 1 to 2 x plus 4 dx also works to give the answer to be 12. Statement 2 is the right answer. Only statement 2 is correct, my dear friends. Okay. Next, you see the sum of an infinite GP whose first term is a and the common ratio is r is 5. Let the sum of its first 5 terms is given. You see here the sum of first 21 terms of the AP whose first term is 10 AR, nth term is AN, common difference is 10 A square. You see, sum of n terms formula Sn is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, you know it. You just try to apply, there are 21 terms, 21 by 2, 2a stands for 20 AR plus n minus 1, that is 20 because number of terms is 21 into d is 10 AR square. You just take 2 common, my dear friends, 21 into 10 AR plus 100 AR square, that is 10 into 10 AR square. You see, can I say that this is going to be 21 A11, this is 11th term of the AP, you see, because first term A plus 10 times D, so A11. So the GP information whatever he has given is just not necessary, it is superfluous data, right. Next, the area of the region enclosed by, you see, y is equal to 4x square, y is equal to x square by 9. If you draw the graph, y is equal to 4x square will be this, and y is equal to x square by 9 will be bit smaller like this. Now this area below of this and above of this means this area you are going to get, but y less than or equal to 4 means you just draw the curve y is equal to 4, less than or equal to this means this is the area you require. So how to find this area? Better you can do this area on y axis. So 2 times, because both are by symmetry same, integral 0 to 4 dy on y axis, upper curve is going to be this one, y is equal to x is equal to root 3y, okay, sorry 3 root y, this as x is 3 root y minus this curve is going to be, so y by 4 under root. This integral you do, you will get the answer for this question. Dear students, you are going to get it to be 80 by 3 is the answer. That's it. This is a simple procedure. Next, you see, modulus of 2x square minus 3x means you can write x into 2x minus 3, which becomes 0 at 0 and 3 by 2. So first integral 0 to 2, you can split like 0 to 3 by 2 modulus of x into 2x minus 3 dx plus integral 3 by 2 to 2, this is x into 2x minus 3 with modulus dx. You need to break this here, and this one, you see, you can split this as it is 1 by 2, you can write like 0 to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 to 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2 to 2, you can split. So, here modulus, my dear friends, between 0 to 3 by 2, this is negative. So, this becomes, you can say, integral 0 to 3 by 2, this is 3x minus 2x square dx plus this is going to be integral 3 by 2 to 2, you can say 2x square minus 3x dx plus this is fine, integral 0 to 1 by 2 x minus 1 by 2 values will be negative, the step is minus 1 by, this is going to be, I can say 0 to 1 by 2. The next integral 1 by 2 to 3 by 2, you can say the values will be between 0 to 1, step is 0 dx plus next one 3 by 2 to 2, it is 1 dx, my dear friends. Now you can just simplify, you will get the answer for this question, maybe around B option you will get 19 by 12 you are going to get. Okay friends. Next, you can see this question, consider the curve y is equal to y of x in the first quadrant. The area he has given, A1 is twice the area of A2, A1 is twice A2 is given. Now the normal to the curve perpendicular to this particular line does not pass through the point. You see friends, here this area, you see this total area of this rectangle, can I take like xy? Yes, xy minus the small rectangle area is 8 gives nothing but this is the area, I can say A1 plus A2. But A2 you can write half A1, so you will get 3 by 2 A1 is xy minus 8. So you can say, my dear friends, A1 is 2 by 3 xy minus 16 by 3, whereas what is A1? Integral 4 to x f of x dx or f of t dt, anything is fine, is going to be 2 by 3 xy minus 16 by 3. You apply Leibniz formula, my dear friends, you will get f of x is equal to 2 by 3 into u derivative of v plus v derivative of u is the one, which is a differential equation. This is y is equal to 2 by 3 x y dash plus 2 by 3 y, which is 1 by 3 y is equal to 2 by 3 x y dash. Yes, from this, my dear friend, this is dy, this is dx, right? So 3 can be cancelled, dy by y is equal to dx by 2x. You can just integrate, and you also know that f of 4, this is f of x, right? You see f of 4 must be, you can say 2, the curve satisfies f of 4 is equal to 2. With this you can find the curve to be y is equal to x square, my dear friends. Yes, from this I can say, yeah, so this is, you just solve this, you will get log y, no, you are half is there, this is, you will get y square is equal to x. Now for this curve, can't you find, you see the normal to the curve perpendicular to this line slope is 2 by 12 1 by 6. So normal slope must be, it's a perpendicular means minus 6. This particular tangent's normal slope minus 6 means tangent slope is 1 by 6. Derivative must be 1 by 6, 2y y dash is equal to 1. 1 by 2y is 1 by 6, y value must be 3, my dear friends. So you can find y value 3 means x value is 9. So 9 comma 3 is going to be the point, and you need to find the normal equation. Yes, normal to the curve perpendicular to this you can find. You have to find the equation of the normal to this curve, which is having slope minus 6. You can find the normal equation, right, because the point is known. Find the normal equation because the slope is going to be minus 6, right, that is 6x minus y passing through 9 comma 3. You can substitute 9 comma 3 in this. 54 minus 3, 51. Accordingly, you will get the normal equation and see which point does not satisfy on it. Okay. Fine, my dear friends, I can say slope minus 6 means 6x plus y, 57. This is the one. You just see which point does not pass through it. So, C will not satisfy this, that is the answer, right. Next, my dear friends, you see the equation of the sides AB, BC, CA of the triangle ABC. Here he has given 3 sides, of which 2 are completely known. 2x plus y equal to 0, x minus y is equal to comma 3. Now, which of the following not true he is asking. So, if this is A, B, C, you see, my dear friends, this is AB line, this is BC, this is CA. So, AB, CA common is this is A point, suppose BC are here. Now, dear friends, what you can do is you just take a line perpendicular to this passing through 2 comma 3, which is going to be x plus y is equal to 5. Find the image of A about this line, because it is circumcenter. Image of A about this must lie on the line, you see, third line means x plus py is equal to 39, x plus py is equal to 39. You just find the image of A about this line, you will get C. You substitute that C in this, you will get p value. Okay. So, p value you are going to get here, my dear friends, you will get p value is 8, that is x plus 8y is equal to 39. Once you know third line, you can find B, you can find C, A, B, C are available, you can verify all the options and you can observe that which of the following is not true means this will be the not true, that is false statement it is going to be, right. Next, my dear friends, a circle C1 passes through origin and has diameter 4 on the positive x axis. You see, my dear friends, there is a circle here with center 2 comma 0, this is the one. A line y is equal to 2x, a line with slope 2 origin, okay. So, if this is theta, you know tan theta is equal to 2, okay, cuts this circle at OA. Now, he has drawn a circle, with OA as diameter. He has drawn another circle with OA as the diameter, which cuts, you see, C2 at the point A meets x axis at P and y axis at Q, my dear friends. So, this is the figure that you are going to get here. Fine. Now, he is asking, yes, it meets x axis at P and Q. If the tangent to C2 at the point A, you see, you can tangent to C2 at the point A meets this, not this one, you can say this is the one. Now, you can say, at the point A, he is taking a tangent to this which meets the coordinate axis at, he said, P and Q respectively, x axis at P and Q. He wants QA by AP, you see, QA by AP he wants. Suppose, my dear friends, you just see the triangle OPQ triangle. This angle is theta, you already know that tan theta is equal to 2. Now, suppose OA is some L, you can say QA you will become L cot theta by this is PA will become L tan theta. Just apply, you will get cot square theta, my dear friends, which is 4. So, the answer is 4 and you can say, this is going to be cot square theta. This is, he wants QA is to AP, you may get 1 is to 4 or 4 is to 1. You just check here, tan theta, PA will become, tan theta means PA by this is 90 degrees, right, tangent, you have drawn tangent here to this particular one. So this is going to be diameter because this is 90 degrees. So PA by L is going to be tan theta. PA is equal to L tan theta, and automatically QA is L cot theta. You are going to get cot square theta. Tan theta for the given one, tan theta slope, this one tan theta is equal to 2. This is going to be 4, my dear friends. Okay. Next, yeah. Next one, you can take this one. The length of the lattice rectum of a parabola whose focus is at A comma A. You see, there is a parabola, focus is at A comma A, and lattice rectum is, okay, and the tangent at its vertex is this line x plus y is equal to A. Array yaar, the perpendicular distance from this to this is A by root 2. According to our formula, this is small a into 4 gives the lattice rectum. This value is given as 16. So A is going to be 4 root 2. Of course, my dear friends, mod A, 4 root 2 is the answer. Next, my dear friends, yeah, the length of the perpendicular drawn from the point A 4 2, where A positive on the line. And here length of the perpendicular drawn is given 2 root 6. You can do the regular and routine procedure, my dear friends. How do we find length of the perpendicular? This is the line given. You can take the general point. This is the point given A42. Now you just find the DRs of this particular lines, DRs 2, 3, minus 1. You apply dot product is equal to 0. You will get A value, right? I mean, general point you are taking here, right? You will get lambda value. Then you can find this perpendicular distance equated to 2 root 2. You will get A value. So you will get, after getting the value of A, my dear friends, yeah, you will get the value of A as 5. You need to find the image of this point about this line. This point is given as P to be the point Q. These are two standard questions in 3D geometry. How to find perpendicular distance from point to a line and image of a point about a line. You are going to get this point to be minus 3, 8, minus 2. That's all. So now you know A value, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 value. So you just, he is asking us to add A plus alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3. You are going to get the answer to be 8, my dear friends. Next, you just see the line of intersection of the planes, okay. The line of intersection of these two planes where A is positive makes an angle 30 degrees with this second plane, then the direction cosines of the line. Array here, if you want to find the DRs of the line of intersection of two planes, you take the cross product of the DRs of the normal of first plane AB0, second plane ABC. You just find, my dear friends, you will get I cap into BC minus J cap into AC plus K cap into, you can say 0 here. That means you can say the DRs to be BC minus AC 0. You can cancel C, B minus A 0. Now these are the DRs of the line. Now it is making an angle 30 degrees with the plane. Plane normal DRs will be 0, 1, minus 1. How to find angle between line and plane? So if theta is the angle between line and plane, 90 degrees minus theta is the angle between normal and this. So this is 60 in the sense, you can say cos 60 1 by 2 you can say is equal to 0 minus A plus 0 by, you can say root of A square plus B square into, you will get root 2. That's all. From this, my dear friends, you can just solve A value, B value. You will get B square is equal to, B is equal to plus or minus A, you are going to get from this. Now he is asking direction cosines of the line. Line means these are the direction cosines of DRs of the line. So you can say, my dear friends, so if you can write plus or minus A comma minus A comma 0 are the DRs. You can also take, even though here A positive, in DRs DCs you can maintain negative. So you will get plus or minus 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2 comma 0 plus or minus 1 by root 2 comma minus 1 by root 2 comma 0. You can maintain any of these as DCs. So I can say option B as well, option A also correct. So this is why A or B should be given for this particular question. Next, my dear friends, the same question was given, kind of question is given in another one. In a binomial distribution, product of mean and variance means product mean is NP, variance is NPQ, their product is 128 and sum is 24 means 16, this is going to be 16 and 8, smaller must be this one 16 and 8. You see 16 into 8 is 128, 16 plus 4 is 24. So from this, my dear friends, you can say Q 1 by 2, so P is also 1 by 2, so N is equal to 32. Now he wants P of x greater than N minus 3, N is 32 minus 3 in the sense, so 32 minus 3 is 29. That means Px is equal to 30 plus Px is equal to 31 plus Px is equal to 32 we need to find. So you know, my dear friend, this is 32C30 into 1 by 2 power 32 you will get all together, 32C31 1 by 2 power 32 plus 32C32 1 by 2 power 32. So you can take 1 by 2 power 32 into, you need to complete this value, my dear friends, 32C30 plus 32C31 plus 1. You just add this and equate it to k by 2 power 32, my dear friends. This is going to be the value of k, which is going to be 529, this is going to be. So 529 is going to be your answer, my dear friends. Simple question. Next, you see a 6-faced die is biased such that you see 3 times probability of getting a prime number is 6 times probability of getting a composite number is 2 times probability of getting 1. You just divide the entire equation with 6, you will get probability of getting prime by 2 is equal to probability of getting composite by 1 is equal to probability of 1 by 3. Let it be equal to k, my dear friends. So I can say probability of getting prime is 2k, getting composite, any composite number is k, probability of getting 1 is 3k. Now actually when a die is thrown, prime numbers in the sense 2, 3, 5, there are 3 such possibilities, composite number means 4, 6, 2 such possibilities, 1 is 1. So sum of all probabilities means this 2k 3 times should come, plus this k 2 times should come, 1 time should come, this must be 1, sum of all probabilities 9, you are going to get 9, you can say, yeah, my dear friends. And one more thing here, you can say this is going to be prime number, right? 3 times 3k plus 2 times 2k plus 3k is going to be 1, my dear friends. You can say, yeah, composite number, you see probability of composite number is going to be k, this is 2 times k it is, and this is 2k it is, not 3k, this is 3k, this is 6 plus 2 8 plus 3 11, 11k is equal to 1, k is equal to 1 by 11, that is the thing. Now in this experiment, the number of times 1 gets perfect square means probability of 1 or 4 you have to get on some throws of this dice. If the die is thrown twice, the mean formula is NP, N is 2 times it is thrown, and P in the sense we have to take like to get 1 probability is 3k, that is 3 by 11, 4 especially 4 it is going to be, you see it is composite number, no, this is k, that is 1 by 11, altogether I can say 3 by 11 plus 1 by 11, which is 8 by 11 is the mean of the data, that is it. Next friends, This is heights and distances related problem. The angle of elevation of top P of a vertical tower PQ from, you see, PQ of height 10 from a point A from the horizontal ground is 45 degrees. That means this angle of elevation is 45 degrees. Obviously, this is going to be 10. The next, R be the point on AQ. Okay. So, on AQ there is a point called R. Now, from the point B vertically above R, the angle of elevation vertically above R from the point B, okay, the angle of elevation of P is 60 degrees. It's still angle of elevation means you have to see here this is 60 degrees. Okay. Next, angle BAQ is 30 degrees. BAQ, this is going to be BAQ, you can say this angle is 30 degrees. Fine. And given AB is equal to D and the area of the trapezium PQRB, this trapezium area is alpha, then find D and alpha. Array yaar, a simple trigonometry. You see, suppose this QR is X, this is also X, right? So 60 degrees means here 30 degrees. 30 degrees opposite side X in the sense adjacent side will be root 3x. If this is root 3x, this part is 10 minus root 3x. So this is also 10 minus root 3x. So if this is 10 minus root 3x, this is 30 degrees in the sense its root 3 times, that is 10 root 3 minus 3x must be here. So this plus x must be 10, that is 10 root 3 minus 2x is equal to 10. 10 root 3 minus 10 is equal to 2x, my dear friends. Yeah, this plus x is going to be 10, you will get x value, 10 into x value you will get, fine. In fact, my dear friends, once you get this, this is 30 degrees, whatever opposite side is there, its double will be hypotenuse, which is 2x in the sense 10 minus, you can also find 10 minus root 3 into x, this is 5 root 3 minus 5, 10 minus root 3 into 5 root 3 minus 5 into double gives D value, my dear friends. Yes, yeah. Then after that, this area is simple. You will, once you know x value, you know all values. Sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Half into sum of parallel sides into distance between them gives the area of the trapezium. That's all, right? So from this you will get the answer of this question. This is going to be 25. This is 10 into root 3 minus 1 you are going to get, my dear friends. That is the answer. Okay. Next question. You see this question, yes, is having all theta 0 to pi by 2. You see, my dear friends, for some time this is suppose angle A, this is angle B, this is angle A, angle B. You can observe that B minus A is going to be pi by 6, am I correct? Pi by 6. So this expression is like, you see, secant A into secant B, right? You can write 1 by cos A into cos B. Since B minus A is pi by 6, you just apply sin pi by 6 sin B minus A, which is sin 30 degrees 1 by 2 here. So you write 2 here. So that, friends, if you expand sin B minus A by cos A cos B in the sense, you will get sin B cos A, no, you will get tan B minus tan A, you are going to get twice of, fine, because sin A sin B by this sin A cos B in the sense you will get tan A minus tan B you are going to get, fine, my dear friends. That means this entire expression you can replace sigma m is equal to 1 to 9 tan of A in the sense m minus 1 into pi by 6 plus theta minus tan of m pi by 6 plus theta. Now if you just apply sigma after cancellation, this converts like tan k minus tan L is equal to minus 8 by root 3. After simplifying, you are going to get an equation like tan theta plus cot theta is going to be, you can say 4 by root 3. From this you can say, my dear friends, tan theta must be either root 3 or 1 by root 3. So you will get 30 degrees or 60 degrees are the only two possible thetas you are going to get. So in the first quadrant, so their sum is going to be pi by 2. That's all. Option C is the right answer, friends. Next, this is simple one. Truth value of this statement is given false, then truth value of which of the following is false. You just observe the cases, you will observe that these two will become false in the same case. Okay. Next, you see this one, a matrix is given, so related to its properties, I think you can arrange this particular matrix determinant det A. If you take, if you just apply, you just see R3 as R3 plus R1, you will get alpha plus beta plus gamma common from the first third row. You will get 1 1 1 here. You can interchange in the cyclic order so that it becomes 1 1 1 alpha beta gamma alpha square beta square gamma square. You know, this is a standard determinant. This is alpha plus beta plus gamma into, you will get alpha minus beta into beta minus gamma into gamma minus alpha. Whereas you see this experiment, det of adjoint A, you know, det A power n minus 1. So like that 4 times means you will get det A power n minus 1 whole power 4 you will get. But you know n is 3. So this is det A power 16, my dear friends. Det A power 16 by this. You see, you will get det A power 16 in the sense this power 16, all these power 16, these are there in the denominator. So this part is nothing but alpha plus beta plus gamma power 16 is equal to 4 into 3 power 16. So you want alpha plus beta plus gamma must be plus or minus 16, but he said alpha, beta, gamma are 3 distinct natural numbers. Okay. So my dear friends, so number of positive integral solutions you want, you just write like alpha minus 1 plus beta minus 1 plus gamma minus 1 is equal to, you can say this is going to be, sorry, 12 it is, not 16, 12. 12 in the sense this is 9. Number of non-negative integral solutions is going to be n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, which is going to be, this is 11 c2, that is 55 you are going to get. In these there are the solutions where alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, one solution is there, and 2 equal kind of cases you will get 12 solutions. You can just see. So 1 1, what is the other case, 2 2, what is the other case, like that you can just see, you will get 12 cases. All together you are going to get 42 cases, my dear friends. 42 is the solution for this, right? Okay, next, this is also of the same kind, my dear friends. The number of functions f from a to a, x is a natural number. You see, this is x minus 1 into x minus 9 less than or equal to 0. So x can be 1, 2, 3 and so on 9, my dear friends. And n square, B contains n square kind of elements. Okay. B contains n square kind of elements. That means the number of functions from the set A to B means output must be a perfect square, and f of x must be less than or equal to x minus 3 whole square plus 1. That means if you take f of 1, this is 4 plus 1, 5, less than or equal to 5 means 1 can be mapped to 1 square or 2 square only. F of 2 is going to be 2 in the sense less than or equal to 2 means it must be mapped to 1 square itself. In the same way, f of 3, f of 4, if you just take f of 5, my dear friends, this is 4 less than or equal to 5 means here also you will get 1 square or 2 square, here also 1 square you are going to get. Similarly, f of 6 you will get 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, because 3 square that is 9 plus 1 you are going to get 10 means you can take like this. Similarly, f of 7 you can take map to 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, f of 8 up to 5 square, f of 9 up to 6 square. So, 1 can be mapped in 2 ways, 2 can be mapped in 1 way, 3 1 way, 4 1 way, and from 5 2 ways, 3 ways, 6, 4, 5. You are going to get, my dear friends, even 6. So, you are going to get. So, finally, you are going to get 2 into 6 factorial you are going to get. So, 720 into 2, 1440 is the answer. So, you need to count mechanically. Next, my dear friends, let for the ninth term in the binomial expression in this, in increasing powers of x, is the numerically greatest term when x is 3 by 2. I think you know, my dear friends, numerically greatest term is n plus 1 into mod x by mod x plus 1. If it is 7 point something T8 is the numerically greatest term. So, ninth term is numerically greatest in the sense this must be between, you see, my dear friends, 8 and 9. 8 and 9, that means 8 point something means you are going to get ninth term to be numerically greatest. So, this expression you take 3 common, 1 plus 2x power n. Okay. So, x value is given here as 3 by 2 and n we do not know, my dear friends. You just apply this condition, 8 less than n plus 1 into mod x is 3 by 2 by 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2 is less than 9. From that you will get n value, my dear friends. N you are going to get around, you can simplify, n is going to be 10 you are going to get. Yes. So, this he said as n naught. And k is the ratio of coefficient of x power 6. X power 6 means, you see, nc 6 into 3 to the power of n minus 6 into 6 to the power of 6 by the coefficient of x cube means nc 3 into 3 to the power of n minus 3 into 6 cube. This is going to be, he named it as k. Yes, you know n value, my dear friends. So, you just simplify these two. So, you are going to get the value of k even. Okay. So, you can just find k plus n naught value you are going to get, my dear friends. That is the answer. Next, this is one interesting expression. You see, 1 into 7, you see 2 cube minus 1 cube is also 7. So, this cancels, get 1. Here you can just simplify 1, 2, 3, 4. You can observe the rhythm. This is 2 into 11 gets cancelled 2 times. Here it gets cancels 3 times, like that 15 times. Sum of the 15 natural numbers, it is going to be 120 is the answer. Takes time to observe. You need to apply sigma actually, my dear friends. 1, you see, 6, 4, 2, that means 2 cube we can take common, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube minus of that work is to be done, but you can also observe this particular thing, right. Next, you see, the water tank has the shape of a right circular cone with axis vertical angle. You know, this is very standard question. You see, this is the one. Yes, the vertex angle downward, the semi vertical angle is tan inverse 3 by 4. If this is theta, my dear friends, tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Now, water is poured into this. This is the water cone, my dear friends. So, here you can find water cone's radius and height both are varying, of course, volume and surface area. Now, you can see tan theta is equal to r by h is 3 by 4. So, you can write r is equal to 3h by 4. Now, he said the water is poured at a constant rate of 6 cubic meter per hour, means volume. Volume is, you can write 1/3 pi r square. H you want, okay, you want the depth he is asking, in the sense eliminate r. R can be written as pi by 3 9h square by 16 into h, which is 3 pi by 16 h cube. Now, my dear friends, you can just find dV by dt is given as 3 pi by 16 into 3h square into dH by dt. Here my dear friends, he has given dv by dt as 6. You can write this, you will get dh by dt. Now he is asking which at wet curved surface area of the tank is increasing when depth is given as 4. That means curved surface area of this is pi rl, my dear friends. Curved surface area of a cone is pi rl, where L is the slant height. Slant height is nothing but you can write root of r square plus h square. This also you can eliminate or convert into h, then apply ds by dt. Where you require dh by dt, you can substitute from here. You are going to get the answer to be 5 meter square per hour. Okay, that's all. Standard question, routine question, but time taking. That's it. Next, you see for this curve, the value of 3 first derivative minus yq second derivative at the point alpha comma alpha. The interesting point is, suppose alpha comma alpha lies on it, alpha square plus alpha square minus 3 plus minus 1 is equal to 0, alpha square is equal to 2, alpha must be plus or minus root 2, but he said somewhere alpha positive, so alpha is root 2, this point is going to be root 2 comma root 2, that's it. Now this is simply friends an explicit function. It is implicit function. You want first derivative of this, second derivative of this, or you can also take the derivative directly and substitute root 2 comma root 2, so that you can find y dash and y double dash, and y is anyhow root 2, that is it. You can substitute and you will get the answer. Just find the derivatives. Next, you see this particular question, my dear friends. Undoubtedly this is step x minus 1, step x, because these are integers. I think you know step x plus n, you can write step x plus n if n is integer. So this is step x minus 1, step x minus 2, step x minus 10, its minimum is nothing but step of x minus 10, which is step x minus 10, you can write, my dear friends. Now he is just asking integral 0 to 10 f of x dx. Array integral 0 to 10 step x minus 10 dx. It is not that difficult, yeah, 0 to 10. So step x integral, you know, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus and all these things you can find. Okay, and this is also step x square, 0 to 1, the step x is going to be, you can say 0, so minus 10 whole square, and 1 to 2 step x is going to be 1, 1 minus 10 is minus 9 square, so that means you will get here like 10 square plus 9 square and so on, 0 square. Here also the same modulus you can apply, just apply the definition for this and you will get the answer, my dear friends. Okay. Next, you see this question friends, f be a differentiable function satisfying f of x is this function and f of 1 is given as root 3 and y is equal to f of x passes through the point alpha comma 6, then the alpha is equal to. Here my dear friends, to avoid confusion, lambda square x by 3 you take it as some t, d lambda is given, so lambda is a variable, x you treat as a number. So my dear friends, from this you are going to get the derivative d lambda. I want to replace x by 3 into 2 lambda into d lambda is equal to dt. So d lambda can be replaced by, so you can write dt by 3 dt by 2 lambda x, right. So you try to eliminate lambda completely. From this lambda is equal to 3t by x under root, so that you can write d lambda is equal to 3 dt by 2x into lambda means root 3t into you are going to get root x. From this my dear friends, you can replace d lambda is equal to root 3 into dt by, you can say 2 root x into t. Okay, root 3 dt by 2 root x t we can replace. Now you can write, my dear friends, f of x is equal to integral when lambda is 0 t is 0, when lambda is root 3, x is equal to t value is x, you can write f of t, and d lambda will become 3 dt, yeah, this is going 3 dt by 2 root x t, right. Now you can apply L'Hospital's rule, my dear friends. You can just take the derivative with respect to x. F dash x is going to be, you can see, f of x into 3 by 2 into x root x is the thing, f dash x. From this, my dear friends, f dash x by x is available. You can integrate now, so that you will get f of x, my dear friends. To find integration constant, f of 1 is equal to root 3 is helpful, so that this curve passes through the point alpha comma 6. You can find alpha value, my dear friends. Finally, you are going to get here f of x is equal to root 3x, my dear friends. That is root of 3x you will get, so that f of 1 is equal to 3, and you can put our output is 6, x is going to be, you can just put, that means 6 in the sense 12, right. That is all, alpha is 12. Next, my dear friends, you see the common tangent t to this particular curve, this is ellipse and hyperbola. See the tangent to this, if you take with slope m, y is equal to mx plus or minus root of a square m square plus b square. Am I correct, my dear friends? You will get 4m square plus 9. With the same slope, you will get a square m square minus b square. This is the thing. From this, my dear friends, you will get m value to be plus or minus 2, right. So you need to take now, so passes through the, it does not pass through, that means accordingly you try to take y is equal to mx plus or minus root of a square m square, that is 4m square plus 9. You just see for which m value you are going to get the straight line not passing through fourth quadrant. You can just see m negative, definitely it cuts into fourth quadrant, m positive you take y is equal to 2x, that too this is going to be 5. This is the tangent, my dear friends. Now if a line Lx plus my plus n is equal to 0 touches a standard ellipse, the point of contact is minus La square by n minus mb square by n. If you apply this formula for this line and this, you will get x1 y1, and for hyperbola minus La square by n comma mb square by n, if you apply, you are going to get x2 y2. Now he is asking 2x1 plus x2 modulus, he is asking, we can find its value, my dear friends, that is all. And the last question, you can observe it as a, b, c are 3 non-coplanar vectors such that a cross b is 4c, b cross c is 9a bar, and c cross a is alpha b bar, right, my dear friends. In this question you can see here, you see a cross b is 4c bar, in the sense you can just apply modulus on both sides. You see, first thing is a b must be perpendicular to c, you see, am I correct? Because a cross b, the output vector must be perpendicular to a as well as b. So you can see a dot c is 0, b dot c is 0, similarly a dot b is 0. So the angle between each vector is going to be, I can say that it is going to be 0, right? Fine, 90 degrees, because all are mutually perpendicular vectors. Then next you just apply magnitude, my dear friends. Magnitude of a into magnitude of b into sine of the angle between a and b, sine 91 is equal to 4 magnitude of c. Similarly, magnitude of b into magnitude of c into 9 magnitude of a bar. This is magnitude of c into magnitude of a into mod alpha positive mod alpha into mod b. If you multiply these three, magnitude a, b, c get cancelled, you will get magnitude of a into magnitude of b into magnitude of c is 36 alpha you are going to get, right. From this, my dear friends, you can write this part as 36 alpha by magnitude of c, you can write, is equal to 4 magnitude of c. So you will get magnitude of C is equal to 36, that is 9 alpha, right? 9 alpha under root you are going to get. So in the same way, magnitude of A, magnitude of B also you can write in terms of alpha. He has further given a data that this is going to be 36. You just apply here, from which you will get the value of alpha, right? So that is the thing, my dear friends. So with this paper is a moderate paper. We can say some questions are really lengthy, some question, only a few questions. I can say around 7 to 8 questions are direct questions. Most of the questions are bit lengthy, my dear friends. Okay, right? After this you will get physics and chemistry part, right? Stay tuned to Infinity Learn.
Okay, so let's start the now chemistry paper discussion of basically 27th July Shift-2 evening session. Okay, so let's start this session here. Okay, and let's go to the first question. So the first question here is basically that the correct decreasing order of energy for the orbitals having set of quantum numbers. So there are several quantum number sets which are given to you, and you have to pick basically the order of energy in this. Okay, so the rule basically is that energy is directly proportional to n plus L value. Max, more the value of n plus L, more will be the energy. Okay, so this is the rule. Okay, and the second rule, if n plus L is same, then in those cases n value determines it. Okay, so n value determine it. More the value of n, basically more will be the energy. Okay, so for here the n plus L is basically 3, here n plus L is 4, here n plus L is 4, and here n plus L is basically 5. So maximum energy will be for the D. Okay, because n value is maximum, then between these two you have to decide by using the n value. Okay, so here B, then after D it will be B, then basically it will be C, and the least energy will be for the A. So this will be the correct answer, which is basically given in the option number A. Okay, going to the next question. Here there are several formulas given to you, and you have to basically pick it matches to which option. Okay, so if you go for this first one, basically the bonding, this is the anti-bonding or molecular orbital, where wave function of two atoms, basically A and B. Okay, so they are subtracting to each other, they are cancelling to each other. Okay, that's why they are basically going for the anti-bonding orbitals. Okay, here mu is equals to charge into radius, which is nothing but charge into distance, is the distance separation between them is dipole moment. Okay, so it is going to match with the first option, it is going to match with the third option. The next one is that number of bonding orbital electron minus number of anti-bonding molecular orbital electron, it is going to represent the bond order, which matches with the option number 4. Okay, then we go to the next. Basically here the wave functions are getting added, and when the constructive interference of two wave functions take place, that is basically the bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so it is going to create the bonding molecular orbital, that is the option number 2. Okay, so these are the correct match to it. Going to the next question. Here the question is the plot of pH metric titration of weak base with the strong acid. Okay, so weak base is titrated against the strong acid. So at the equivalence point, basically if I talk about that, the equivalence point, the pH will be less than 7 because of the strong acid. Okay, so the pH will be less than 7, and as it is a weak base, so there will not be a sharp changes in the pH. Okay, you will be observing weak changes in the pH. Okay, so the sharp changes options will cancel out each other. There is no such possibility. Now, will the pH greater than 7 at equivalence point? No, because if you go for this, the pH is approximately greater than 7. Here the pH is approximately less than 7 at the equivalence point. Okay, so this will be your correct option. Okay, going for the next one is basically a statement wise question. So let's read the both statement. The first statement is, for Ki the molar conductivity increases steeply with dilution, as Ki is a strong electrolyte. Okay, Ki is basically a strong electrolyte. So if you go for a basically change of conductivity with respect to dilution, then you will be finding a graph of like this. Okay, that on this axis basically we are taking the concentration, okay, or you can take under root C also. Some authors take under root C also, and here we are taking basically the conductivity. Okay, so the graph for basically strong electrolyte look like this, and for weak it look like this. Okay, so this is for strong electrolyte, and this is the second one is for the weak electrolyte. Okay, and if you look carefully into these two graphs, then you will find that for strong electrolyte the changes are not steep. They are not actually steep. The change is gradually. Okay, the change take place in a very small values. Okay, here the change is steep in the weak. So the first statement itself is a false statement. Okay, the first statement itself is a false statement. The second, the carbonic acid, for carbonic acid molar conductivity increases slowly with the dilution. No, it increases sharply, because the carbonic acid, that is H2CO3, is a weak acid. Okay, so this is a weak acid, and for weak acid the change is sharp. Okay, the change is very sharp. Okay, so the second statement is also false actually. So both the statements are incorrect. Okay, so the correct answer is this. Both the statements are incorrect. Okay, going to the next question. The next question again is a statement wise question, and read these statements and then pick the best option. So dissolved substance can be removed from a colloidal solution by diffusion through a parchment paper. Okay, so they are talking about basically a colloidal solution, and in colloidal solution if you use a parchment paper or semi permeable membranes, then basically you can separate them. Okay, there is a separation. This is also a separation logic. The next is particles in a true solution cannot pass through the parchment paper. They can pass through, actually they passes through the parchment paper. That's why basically you can't separate them. Okay, so the second statement is completely incorrect. Okay, second statement is completely incorrect, while the first statement is correct. Okay, the first statement is correct. So the correct choice will be the option number C, that A is correct but the R is not correct. Okay, reason is not correct. Going for the next option, outermost electronic configuration of 4 elements are given. So we can basically, we know the electronic configurations and match with them. So this is basically the magnesium. Okay, this is going to be aluminium. Okay, and this is going to be phosphorus, and this is going to be basically sulfur. Okay, so if you arrange them here, what will happen? Mg, then Al, then phosphorus, then there will be sulfur. Generally what happened that when we move across the period, then we observe that basically Z effective increases, and with the increase in Z effective the ionization enthalpy increases. But the problem here is that Mg and phosphorus has a different type of electronic configurations. Which type of electronic configuration? So Mg here has basically fulfilled electronic configuration. Okay, so here there is a fulfilled electronic outer configuration, and here it has basically half filled. Okay, and it has basically half filled, due to which you observe that, due to which you will be observing that basically when you go for the fulfilled and half filled orbitals, then you will be getting that they have extra stability, and due to this extra stability you have to apply extra forces basically to remove the electron, and that increases the ionization energy. Thus energy of this will be greater than this, and this will be greater than this. Okay, so the correct order for this will be aluminium, then magnesium, then basically here you will be getting sulfur, and then the phosphorus. So this will be the correct order for it. Okay, just match with this and you will be getting your answers. Okay, going to the next question. An element of group 1 shows the similarity with the element B belonging to group 2. Okay, so let's write the first basically this. So here this is the first group and this is the second group. Okay, now if A has the maximum hydration enthalpy in group 1, so this has a maximum hydration enthalpy actually. Okay, because as the size increases, as the size increases, hydration enthalpy basically decreases. Okay, so hydration enthalpy actually decreases. Okay, so this has the maximum and it shows a similarity with the magnesium actually, and this relation is called as the diagonal relationship. Okay, this is called as the diagonal relationship. Okay, this is called as the diagonal relationship. So the correct answer for this will be okay, magnesium. Going to the next question. This again is basically assertion reason type question. Okay, तो देखो स्टेटमेंट क्या कह रहा है बेटा. तो असर्शन ये है कि बोरोन इज अनएबल टू फॉर्म BF6 3-. कोई भी ठीक है सेकेंड ग्रुप का जो एलिमेंट होते हैं, जितने भी सेकेंड पीरियड के एलिमेंट होते हैं, सॉरी सेकेंड ग्रुप नहीं, सेकेंड पीरियड के जितने भी एलिमेंट होते हैं, वो कोई भी अपनी ऑक्टेट को एक्सपैंड नहीं कर सकते, ठीक है। और चूंकि वो अपनी ऑक्टेट को एक्सपैंड नहीं कर सकते, वो कभी भी 4 से ज्यादा बॉन्ड नहीं बना पाते हैं। जो मैक्सिमम बॉन्ड्स वो बनाते हैं ना, वो 4 ही बना पाते हैं, ठीक है। तो यहां पे तो 6 बॉन्ड है, तो वो पॉसिबल नहीं है, ठीक है। रीजन क्या दिया गया है, साइज ऑफ बी इज वेरी स्मॉल। ये सही है स्टेटमेंट कि साइज बी का बहुत छोटा है, बट क्या इसकी वजह से बॉन्ड नहीं बन रहा है? नहीं, बॉन्ड इसलिए नहीं बन रहा है क्योंकि ये अपनी ऑक्टेट को एक्सपेंड नहीं कर सकता। तो ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट ट्रू हैं, ये भी ट्रू है, ये भी ट्रू है, बट करेक्ट एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं है, इसलिए आंसर हो जाएगा बी, ठीक है। चलिए अगले सवाल की तरफ चलते हैं। इन न्यूट्रल और अल्कलाइन सोल्यूशन MnO4 माइनस ऑक्सीडाइजेस थायोसल्फेट। तो थायोसल्फेट क्या होता है बेटा? थायोसल्फेट होता है H2O3 2 माइनस, ठीक है। तो थायोसल्फेट को अगर आप MnO4 में रिएक्शन कराते हो, वो भी अल्कलाइन या न्यूट्रल मीडियम में, ठीक है, तो ये बेसिकली कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, ठीक है। जो MnO4 है वो MnO2 में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, और ये बेसिकली कन्वर्ट हो जाता है किसमें बेटा? ये सल्फेट में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, ठीक है। किसमें कन्वर्ट हो जाता है बेटा? सल्फेट में, ठीक है। तो सल्फेट इसका सही आंसर होगा, जो कि आपका मैच कर रहा है ऑप्शन नंबर दिस, ठीक है। यहां पे याद रखना, अगर एक्वा सोल्यूशन ही होगा, ऑब्वियस सी बात है, तो यहां पे आपको OH भी मिलेगा, बट इसमें कोई ऑक्सीडेशन का चेंज नहीं है। अभी भी हाइड्रोजन +1 में है, ऑक्सीजन -2 में भी, यहां भी हाइड्रोजन +1 और ये -2 में है, ठीक है। तो यहां से यहां तक अभी कुछ चेंज नहीं हुआ है एक्चुअली, ठीक है। तो ये अपना वो नहीं शो कर रहा, यहीं पे बस चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, यहां से यहां जाओगे और यहां से यहां जाओगे, ठीक है। चलिए मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। लो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ द मेटल्स इन देयर कॉम्प्लेक्सेस आर कॉमन व्हेन द लिगेंड। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है और कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। एनसीईआरटी के अंदर एक्चुअली ये पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट दिया गया है, सिनर्जिक बॉन्डिंग कहा जाता है इस तरह के कॉन्सेप्ट को। अब क्या है जरा समझो, ठीक है। बहुत सिंपल सा लॉजिक है, मैं आपको बताता हूं। अब यहां पर आपको ना लो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट कहा जा रहा है। अब दो तरह के मेटल्स के ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट पॉसिबल है। एक तो हो सकता है कि वो 0 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में हो, या +1 में भी हो सकता है, ठीक है। दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है कि मान लो उसके ऊपर कुछ Mx पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, ठीक है। जो X है वो बहुत बड़ा है, ठीक है। X जो है वो ऑलमोस्ट मतलब मान के चलते हैं कि 2 या 2 से बड़ा ही मान लेते हैं, ठीक है। तो अब क्या होगा कि अगर कोई नॉर्मल लिगेंड आ रहा है, ठीक है, तो नॉर्मल लिगेंड अगर मान लो यहां पर आ रहा है, तो एक नॉर्मल लिगेंड अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर इसको देना चाहेगा, बट ये अट्रैक्शन जो होगा वो कम होगा क्योंकि इसके ऊपर कोई चार्ज है नहीं। बट अगर यहां पर इलेक्ट्रॉन आ रहे हैं तो यहां पर इसकी वजह से क्या होगा बेटा? यहां पर अट्रैक्शन फोर्सेस बहुत ज्यादा होंगे, ठीक है। अट्रैक्शन इज हाई, ठीक है। यहां पर आप देखोगे कि जो अट्रैक्शन है वो क्या है बेटा? आपका हाई है। जबकि यहां पे अगर मैं बात करूं तो यहां पर क्या होगा? अट्रैक्शन इज लो, ठीक है। जो अट्रैक्शन है वो यहां पर क्या हो रहा है बेटा? लो रह रहा है। अट्रैक्शन बहुत ज्यादा यहां पर हाई नहीं रह रहा है, ठीक है। तो बेसिकली अगर यहां बॉन्ड बनाना है और अट्रैक्शन वीक है, तो हमें ऐसा कोई लिगेंड चाहिए जो बेसिकली कुछ ऐसा लाए जिसकी वजह से बॉन्ड जो बन रहा है वो बहुत ज्यादा स्टेबल हो जाए। तो ऐसा पॉसिबल कब है? जब इसके पास एक डबल बॉन्ड बनाने जैसी टेंडेंसी हो। इसको हम लोग बैक बॉन्डिंग भी बोलते हैं, ठीक है। तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि इसको सिनर्जिक बॉन्डिंग भी कहा जाता है। आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड इसको दिखाता भी है कि ये लिगेंड तो अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर इसको डोनेट करता ही करता है, लेकिन ये भी अपना कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर इसको डोनेट करता है, जिसकी वजह से डबल बॉन्ड कैरेक्टर जैसा एक सीन बन जाता है। और उस डबल बॉन्ड कैरेक्टर वाले सीन को बनने की वजह से जो स्टेबिलिटी होती है वो क्या हो जाती है बेटा? बढ़ जाती है, ठीक है। तो ये चीज हमें देखने को मिलता है, और इसको क्योंकि देगा सिग्मा से और एक्सेप्ट करेगा पाई वाले से, सेकेंड बॉन्ड से, तो इसलिए इसको बोलते हैं हैविंग गुड पाई एक्सेप्टिंग कैरेक्टर। सिग्मा डोनर तो सब होंगे, ठीक है, लेकिन क्या वो एक्सेप्ट कर पा रहे हैं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। आर हैविंग गुड पाई डोनेटिंग, डोनेटिंग नहीं एक्सेप्टिंग टेंडेंसी होनी चाहिए। हैविंग पुअर वाले का तो कोई चांस ही नहीं है, ठीक है। तो ये तीनों इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट है। द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट इज द ऑप्शन नंबर ए, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ। एक क्वेश्चन और है यहां पे, गिवन बिलो आर 2 स्टेटमेंट्स। स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1, द नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल फ्लाई एश एंड द स्लैग फ्रॉम द स्टील इंडस्ट्रीज कैन बी यूज्ड बाय द सीमेंट इंडस्ट्री। बिल्कुल सही पॉइंट है। देखो होता क्या है ना कि जो इंडस्ट्रीज काम करती है ना बेटा, चाहे आप कहीं से भी एग्जांपल ले लो, ठीक है, इंडस्ट्रीज हमेशा ऐसे काम करती हैं कि उनका जो बाई प्रोडक्ट आ रहा है वो बर्बाद ना हो, ठीक है। जैसे मैं आपको एक बहुत सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूं। इफ यू विजिट सम थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स, यू विल फाइंड कि उनके पास ना बहुत सारा जो कोयला जलता है उसकी वजह से फ्लाई ऐश बढ़ जाता है। अब ये जो फ्लाई ऐश होता है ये सीमेंट इंडस्ट्री यूज नहीं कर सकती। थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स की बात कर रहा हूं, स्टील की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, ठीक है। क्यों नहीं यूज कर सकती? क्योंकि इसके अंदर बहुत ज्यादा सल्फर, आर्सेनाइड, ये सब का कंटेंट रहता है। तो बेसिकली क्या करते हैं वो लोग कि इससे ना ब्रिक्स बनाते हैं। आप लोगों ने देखा होंगे कि आजकल बहुत सारे एस ब्रिक्स आने लगे हैं, तो ये लोग एस ब्रिक्स बना लेते हैं और ये ब्रिक्स कंस्ट्रक्शन पर्पसेस में यूज हो जाता है। तो इसी तरह हर इंडस्ट्री अपना जो बाई प्रोडक्ट है उसको कहीं वेस्ट नहीं करती, उसको कंज्यूम करती है। तो स्टील इंडस्ट्री में क्या होता है कि स्टील इंडस्ट्री में जो वेस्ट आता है वो बेसिकली सीमेंट इंडस्ट्री में यूज हो जाता है। तो ये बिल्कुल ट्रू स्टेटमेंट है, इसमें कोई भी गड़बड़ नहीं है, ठीक है। दूसरा क्या है, द फ्यूल ऑब्टेन्ड फ्रॉम द प्लास्टिक इज ए लेड फ्री। क्या जो प्लास्टिक से वेस्ट आता है वो लेड फ्री होता है, ठीक है। बिल्कुल सही है, दोनों स्टेटमेंट सही है, ठीक है। ये बिल्कुल लेड फ्री होता है और जो यहां से वेस्ट आता है ना वो हाई ऑक्टेन रखता है, ध्यान रखना, ठीक है। हाई ऑक्टेन रहता है उसके अंदर, हाई ऑक्टेन वैल्यू होती है, ठीक है। तो ये बेसिकली दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स ट्रू हैं, बट एक दूसरे से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है इनका, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब यहां पर एक क्वेश्चन है, बहुत ही प्यारा सा क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है। इसमें क्या होगा, जैसे यहां पर मान लो CH3 लगा हुआ है, ठीक है। अब ये जो देखो ना अल्फा हाइड्रोजन है, और ऐसे केसेस में आपको पता ही है कि जब बेस के साथ सब्जेक्ट किया जाता है तो ये अल्फा हाइड्रोजन जो होते हैं ये क्या होते हैं बेटा, ये हमारे होते हैं एसिडिक, ठीक है। ये अल्फा हाइड्रोजन जो होते हैं ये क्या होते हैं बेटा, एसिडिक होते हैं। तो इसका एसिडिक का फायदा ये उठा लेता है, ये OH माइनस क्या करता है, इसके हाइड्रोजन को यहां से निकाल लेता है, ठीक है। तो जब ये निकालता है तो ये क्या क्रिएट करेगा बेटा, एक इस तरीके का आयन क्रिएट कर देगा, कार्बन आयन टाइप का, ठीक है, CH2 माइनस। अब ये यहां पर एनायन बन गया और ये अब बहुत इजीली अटैक किस पे कर सकता है बेटा, CH3 CH2Br जो यहां पर दिया गया है, ठीक है। इस पे आसानी से अटैक कर लेगा, तो ये यहां पर जाकर अटैक करेगा न्यूक्लियोफाइल के तौर पे और ये यहां से लिविंग ग्रुप के तौर पे लीव कर जाएगा। तो ये बन जाएगा RC डबल बॉन्ड O, फिर यहां पर आपके पास आ जाएगा CH2, फिर यहां पर आपके पास CH2 और यहां पर आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा बेटा, CH3, ठीक है। तो ये आपका फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आपको मिलेगा, ठीक है। ये आपको यहां पर फाइनल प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा जो ऑप्शन नंबर सी के साथ मैच कर रहा है, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये है, इसमें ये जो स्टेप है देखना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप है, सबने पढ़ा होगा, ऐसा बहुत तूफानी कुछ है नहीं, ठीक है। ये यहां पर न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सेंटर है और ये जो है इसके पास इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक सेंटर है। अरे सर ब्रोमीन के पास कैसा इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक है, वेकेंट ऑर्बिटल्स की वजह से। वे ब्रोमीन के पास होते हैं वेकेंट डी ऑर्बिटल, जिसकी वजह से वो हो जाता है यहां पर क्या बेटा, इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक। अब वो इलेक्ट्रोफिलिक है तो ये पाई बॉन्ड इस पे अटैक करेगा। जब ये अटैक करेगा तो ये बेसिकली क्या क्रिएट कर लेगा, देखो जरा ध्यान से, यहां पर हो जाएगा C, यहां पर CH3, यहां पर भी CH3 आ जाएगा, ठीक है। फिर यहां पर आपका आ जाएगा इस तरीके से ब्रोमीन लिंक्ड हो जाएगा, ठीक है, Br+ ऐसे लिंक्ड हो जाएगा। दिस आर द नॉन क्लासिकल कार्बोकेटायंस। अगर आपको आइडिया हो इनके बारे में तो इन्हीं को हम नॉन क्लासिकल कार्बोकेटायंस कहते हैं, ठीक है। अब इसके बाद क्या है, इसके बाद हमारे पास आ जाएगा CH3OH, ठीक है। अब ये अटैक करना पसंद करेगा और अब आप मीडियम को देखोगे तो आपको नजर आएगा कि ये पोलर प्रोटिक मीडियम है और पोलर प्रोटिक जो मीडियम होते हैं वो किसको सपोर्ट करते हैं बेटा, वो किसको सपोर्ट करते हैं, SN1 को, ठीक है। तो ये अटैक करेगा इस वाले कार्बन पे, ठीक है। इसका अपना लोन पेयर लेके जाएगा और इस वाले कार्बन पे अटैक करेगा जहां पे 2 डिग्री होगा, ठीक है, या 3 डिग्री होगा रेदर देन दिस, ठीक है। क्योंकि अगर पोलर प्रोटिक में रेट देखोगे तो ग्रेटर देन 2 डिग्री, ग्रेटर देन 1 डिग्री ऐसा आता है ऑर्डर, ठीक है। तो ये बेसिकली यहां पे अटैक करेगा, इस बॉन्ड के इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को इधर शिफ्ट कर देगा। तो जो आपको ए प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा वो आपको मिलेगा CH3, यहां पर आ जाएगा C, यहां पर आपके पास होगा CH3, ठीक है, यहां पर आपके पास आ जाएगा CH3O, ठीक है, और इधर आपके पास आ जाएगा CH और Br होगा और इधर हो जाएगा CH3। अब इसके बाद अगर आपने इसको HI से सेपरेट किया है, ठीक है, तो HI से तो बहुत आसान है, ये क्या करेगा, यहां पर पहले जाकर H+ पे अटैक करेगा, अपने आप को लिविंग ग्रुप बना लेगा। जैसे ये लिविंग ग्रुप बनेगा ये लीव कर जाएगा और I- जाके यहां पे जुड़ जाएगा। तो यहां पर आप फाइनली आयोडीन पाओगे और उस वाले कार्बन पे फाइनली आपको ब्रोमीन मिलेगा, जो किसके साथ मैच कर रहा है बेटा, ऑप्शन नंबर बी के साथ मैच कर रहा है, ठीक है। तो ये क्वेश्चन भी आप आसानी से कर सकते थे। मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, यहां पर क्या था, सवाल बहुत सिंपल है, 4 रिएक्शन दी गई है, नेम रिएक्शंस है और इनको आपको मैच कराना है इनके नाम से, ठीक है। तो पहली वाली रिएक्शन तो सबने देखा होगा, ठीक है, दिस इज रोजनमंड रिडक्शन रिएक्शन, ठीक है। H2PdBSO4 के प्रेजेंस में जो रिएक्शन होती है जहां पे एसिड क्लोराइड चेंज होता है एल्डिहाइड में, दिस इज बेसिकली द रोजनमंड रिएक्शन, ठीक है। तो ये बेसिकली क्या है बेटा, यहां पर रोजनमंड रिएक्शन है, ठीक है, ये रोजनमंड रिडक्शन है, ठीक है। तो ये आपका किससे मैच कर रहा है बेटा, ये 4th ऑप्शन से, ठीक है। इसके बाद आप यहां पर देख सकते हो जो नाइट्राइल है वो रिड्यूस होकर एल्डिहाइड में कन्वर्ट हो रहा है, इसको और SnCl2HCl के प्रेजेंस में स्टेफन रिडक्शन, ठीक है। इस रिएक्शन का नाम क्या बेटा, स्टेफन रिएक्शन, ठीक है। तो ये स्टेफन हो गया जो आपको थर्ड ऑप्शन से मैच कर रहा है। ये भी बहुत फेमस रिएक्शन है, इटार्ड। मैंने आपको जब पहला पेपर डिस्कस कर रहा था, जब पहले शिफ्ट के जो पेपर्स थे, जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट के पेपर थे, उनमें भी भर भर के सवाल आए थे इटार्ड पे, और मैं आपको उस समय भी बोला था कि इटार्ड इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शन, ठीक है। तो ये आपको याद रखना, ये इटार्ड रिएक्शन है जहां पर टॉलिन जो है वो एल्डिहाइड में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ CrO2 Cl2, या फिर CrO3 का भी यूज करके आप ये रिएक्शन कंडक्ट करा सकते हो, ठीक है। तो ये आपको याद रखना इंपॉर्टेंट है। इटार्ड है, इटार्ड कहां दिया हुआ है, सेकंड में दिया हुआ है, ठीक है। फिर ये लास्ट वाला जहां COHCl यूज करके एल्डिहाइड प्रिपेयर किया जा रहा है, ये सब प्रिपरेशन ऑफ एल्डिहाइड से है, ठीक है। ये प्रिपरेशन ऑफ एल्डिहाइड वाले चैप्टर में आपको सारी रिएक्शन एनसीईआरटी के अंदर भी मिलेंगी, ठीक है। तो यहां पर ये जो रिएक्शन है ये गटरमान कोच है, ठीक है। ये गटरमान कोच रिएक्शन कहा जाता है इसको, काफी फेमस है। तो ये मैच कर गया ऑप्शन नंबर 1 के साथ, ठीक है। बाकी आप मैच करा सकते हो, ये तो डायरेक्ट ही मैच कर जा रहा है, ठीक है। 4 3 2 1, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। एक और मैच द कॉलम पे क्वेश्चन है जहां पे पॉलीमर दिया गया है और आपको मोनोमर पिक करना है, ठीक है। तो चलो देखते हैं। तो जो नियोप्रीन होता है इसका मोनोमर क्या होता है। नियोप्रीन का पॉलीमर जो होता है वो कुछ इस प्रकार का होता है, ठीक है, कि यहां पर होता है और यहां पर आप कहीं पे इस पे Cl लगा सकते हो। तो दिस इज द बेसिकली होता है, ठीक है। फिर इसके बाद आता है टेफ्लॉन। टेफ्लॉन में CF2 होता है, एक्चुअली CF2 डबल बॉन्ड CF2 ये होता है। एक्रेलिन की बात करें, एक्रेलिन में यहां पर CN डबल बॉन्ड ऐसा होता है, ठीक है। नेचुरल रबर की बात करें, नेचुरल रबर में आइसोपिरीन होता है, ठीक है। तो ये आइसोपिरीन, तो ये तो इसी से मैच कर जा रहा है, ये इससे मैच कर रहा है सेकंड वाले से, ठीक है। और ये CF2 क्या हो गया, टेट्राफ्लोरोइथीन, तो ये आपका थर्ड वाले से मैच कर रहा है, ठीक है। और ये आपका एक्रोलिन नाइट्रिल फर्स्ट से मैच कर रहा है और ये आपका फोर्थ से मैच कर रहा है। सो दिस विल बी द करेक्ट मैच द कॉलम, ठीक है। तो देख लेना 2 3 1 4, ये फिर 1 A से मैच कर रहा है, बहुत सारे A से मैच कर जा रहे हैं यार, ठीक है। चलो अगले सवाल पे बढ़ते हैं और उसको भी देखते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है। तो अगला जो क्वेश्चन है, एन ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड ए, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग था, ठीक है। क्यों, मैं आपको बताता हूं। नाइट्रोजन एंड क्लोरीन, ठीक है, इट डिसॉल्व्स रेडिली इन वाटर, गिव अ सॉल्यूशन दैट टर्न्स लिटमस रेड, ठीक है। अब ब्लू लिटमस रेड में कौन चेंज करता है बेटा, कौन करता है, एसिडिक सोल्यूशन, ठीक है। तो ब्लू लिटमस जो होता है वो बेसिकली किस में टर्न होता है बेटा, रेड में, जब वो एसिडिक सोल्यूशन दे, ठीक है। मतलब ये तो पता चल गया कि बेसिकली जो भी सोल्यूशन आपने लिया है उसको जब आप पानी में डालते हो, ठीक है, तो देखो ये सॉल्ट है एक्चुअली, ठीक है। सॉल्ट को जब आप पानी में डाल रहे हो तो जो सोल्यूशन हो रहा है वो एसिडिक हो जा रहा है, ठीक है। यानी अगर इस सॉल्ट की बात करें तो सॉल्ट जो बना होगा वो वीक बेस और स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड से बना होगा, ठीक है। ये लॉजिक यहां पे यूज करना था, ठीक है। तो वीक बेस और स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड का सोल्यूशन है, ये क्लियर हो गया। और नाइट्रोजन और क्लोरीन भी है, यानी कि इसका मतलब कुछ ना कुछ इस तरीके का कॉम्बिनेशन जरूर होगा, NH4 प्लस Cl- का, क्योंकि ये वीक जाएगा, ये स्ट्रॉन्ग जाएगा, कुछ इस तरीके का कॉम्बिनेशन लग रहा है, ठीक है। इट डिसॉल्व्स रेडली। अच्छा अगला, टाइट्रेशन ऑफ कंपाउंड ए विद द स्टैंडर्ड बेस इंडिकेट दैट द मॉलिक्यूलर वेट ऑफ ए इज दिस। तो जब उसका टाइट्रेशन किया गया तो इसका मॉलिक्यूलर वेट का भी एक अंदाजा लग गया। अच्छा, बहुत सारे बच्चों को इसमें यह था कि सर इसके मॉलिक्यूलर वेट में +-2 क्यों लगाया हुआ है। ये जो +-2 लगाया गया है ये हाइड्रोजन के नंबर्स को चेंज करके लगाया गया है, ठीक है। क्योंकि अगर आप देखोगे ना तो पॉसिबिलिटी इसमें भी है, इस वाले में भी, और पॉसिबिलिटी इसमें भी है, ठीक है। तो ये दोनों ऑप्शंस अभी सही होने वाले थे, अभी मैं बताऊंगा, ये भी आपका सही हो सकता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। तो मोलर मास के बेसिस पे देखोगे तो चारों आंसर आपके मैच करने चाहिए। फर्क एक 2 हाइड्रोजन का आ रहा है, क्योंकि पाई बॉन्ड देखो इसमें 3 है, इसमें 2 है, तो वो जो पाई बॉन्ड की वजह से डिफरेंस आ रहा है उसको मैनेज करने के लिए +-2 करके बच्चों को कंफ्यूज किया गया है, ठीक है। When a sample of A is treated with aqueous NaOH, ठीक है, उसको aqueous NaOH से ट्रीट किया गया, a liquid separate which contain N but not Cl। अब Cl क्यों नहीं है, क्योंकि वो HCl के साथ न्यूट्रलाइज हो चुका है, ठीक है, HCl के साथ इसके साथ न्यूट्रलाइज हो चुका है। ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ द ऑब्टेन्ड लिक्विड with nitrous acid followed by phenol gives orange precipitate, ठीक है। यानी उसका जब हम ट्रीटमेंट कर रहे हैं नाइट्रस एसिड के साथ, तब वो क्या कर रहा है बेटा, उसको फिर फेनॉल से जब ट्रीट कर रहे हैं तो ऑरेंज पीपीटी दे रहा है। ऑरेंज पीपीटी जनरली कब बनती है, फेनॉल के साथ, अगर आप देखोगे ध्यान से समझना। अगर ये डाई वाली रिएक्शन है, जो डाई जिसको बोलते हैं, ठीक है। तो अगर मान लो कि N2+ की रिएक्शन हम कराते हैं फेनॉल से, ठीक है, N2+ की रिएक्शन किससे कराते हैं बेटा, फेनॉल से, तब जाकर एक प्रोडक्ट मिलता है, जो प्रोडक्ट आपका कुछ इस प्रकार का होता है, ठीक है। इसी को एजोडाई कहा जाता है। तो यहां पे N डबल बॉन्ड N आ जाएगा, फिर यहाँ पे आपका फेनॉल जुड़ा होगा कुछ इस प्रकार से, और यहाँ पर आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा बेटा, OH आ जाएगा, ठीक है। सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी एजोडाई, यानी इसका मतलब यहाँ पे NH2 मिलना चाहिए जब NaOH के साथ ट्रीट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। यानी कि इसका मतलब यहां पर NH2 है और क्लोरीन नहीं है, यानी क्लोरीन यहीं से अटैच था। क्लोरीन अलग से रहता तो यहां पर बच जाता ना कहीं पे अगर होता तो, ठीक है। तो क्लोरीन अलग से नहीं है, मतलब ऑप्शन नंबर बी गया, ठीक है। बेंजीन है इसलिए ऑप्शन नंबर ए गया और सी भी चला गया, बचा सिर्फ एक ऑप्शन, दैट इज द ऑप्शन नंबर डी। तो इस तरीके से यह सवाल करना था। बहुत सारा डेटा, जितना बड़ा क्वेश्चन होता है ना उतना इजी हो जाता है, क्योंकि वो जितना ज्यादा इंफॉर्मेशन आपको दे रहा है उस हर इंफॉर्मेशन का आप यूज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। तो ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखना है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। ये रिएक्शन जो है ये बायोमोलिक्यूल्स की रिएक्शन है सारी के सारी, ठीक है। ये सारी रिएक्शन जो है ये बायोमोलिक्यूल चैप्टर में आपको कराई जाती हैं। तो बायोमोलिक्यूल्स में आपको कराई जाती हैं, ग्लूकोज की सारी फेमस रिएक्शन है। तो जब ग्लूकोज HI से रिएक्शन करता है इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ रेड फॉस्फोरस, इसमें थोड़ा सा करेक्शन की जरूरत थी, विदाउट रेड फॉस्फोरस ये रिएक्शन नहीं होती, तो ये हेक्सेन बना देता है बेटा, ठीक है। ये क्या बना देता है बेटा, हेक्सेन बना देता है। जब ये ब्रोमीन वाटर के साथ है, ये ब्रोमीन वाटर जो होता है ये माइल्ड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट होता है, ठीक है। क्या होता है बेटा, ये माइल्ड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट। अब ये क्योंकि माइल्ड ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है, सिर्फ एक जो इसका वो होता है एल्डिहाइड, उसको ऑक्सीडाइज करके एसिड में कन्वर्ट करता है, तो ये बना लेता है ग्लूकोनिक एसिड, ठीक है। ये क्या बना लेता है बेटा, यहां पर ग्लूकोनिक एसिड बना देता है, ठीक है। फिर उसके बाद ग्लूकोज विथ एसीटेट एनहाइड्राइड, जितने भी OH ग्रुप होते हैं, 5 होते हैं, वो सब वहां पर एसीटेट ग्रुप आ जाता है। तो ये जो प्रोडक्ट बनाता है ये बनाता है ग्लूकोज पेंटा एसीटेट, ठीक है। क्या बना लेता है बेटा, ये ग्लूकोज पेंटा एसीटेट बना लेता है, ठीक है। फिर ग्लूकोज को जब HNO3, ये जो है स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट है। अब स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट प्राइमरी अल्कोहल को भी कन्वर्ट कर देता है एसिड में, तो यहां पे जो बनाता है वो ग्लूकैरिक एसिड बनाता है। ये स्पेसिफिक नाम है, इस पूरे एसिड ग्रुप के नाम को ही कहा जाता है सैकेरिक एसिड, ठीक है। ध्यान रखिएगा, अगर ग्लूकोज है तो ग्लूकैरिक एसिड बोलते हैं, लेकिन उस पूरे फैमिली को जिसमें इस तरीके से होता है उसको सैकेरिक एसिड बोलते हैं, ठीक है। तो ये सैकेरिक एसिड से मैच कर जाएगा। बाकी आप करा सकते हो, सारे प्रोडक्ट मैंने आपको बता दिए हैं, ठीक है। चलिए अब एक क्वेश्चन है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एनहांसेस द लैथरिंग सोप प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ द सोप। तो एक ना कंपाउंड होता है रोजीन, ठीक है। जब इसको हम लोग सोप में डालते हैं, तो सोप में सोडियम होता है, जो सोडियम आयन इससे रिएक्ट करता है और वो रिएक्ट करके सोडियम रोजिनेट बना लेता है, ठीक है। क्या बना लेता है बेटा, यहां पर सोडियम रोजिनेट बना देता है, ये वाला कंपाउंड, ठीक है। तो सोडियम रोजिनेट जो बनता है ना, ये एक्चुअली इसकी लेथरिंग प्रॉपर्टी को बढ़ा देता है, ठीक है। यानी जो गज्जा नहीं बन रहा होता, जो झाग नहीं बन रहा होता, उसको इंक्रीज कर देता है। तो जो आंसर होगा ऑप्शन नंबर सी हो जाएगा, ठीक है। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब यहां पर ये जो क्वेश्चन आया है, ये क्वेश्चन बड़ा यूनिक सा क्वेश्चन है, ठीक है। जनरली ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते थे, बीच में जेईई ने कम पूछा था, लेकिन अब आता है। ये प्यूरिफिकेशन ऑफ द सब्सटेंसेस वाला है, ठीक है। ये 11th क्लास में दिया गया है ये टॉपिक, ठीक है। प्यूरिफिकेशन वाला 11th क्लास का जो जनरल और बेसिक ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री है उसके अंदर है ये, ठीक है। अच्छा, इस तरह के सवालों में एक चीज आपको मैं बताता हूं जो ट्रिक के तौर पे आपको याद रह जाएगी। कहीं भी नैप्थलीन दिख जाए, ठीक है, कहीं भी क्या दिख जाए बेटा, आपको नैप्थलीन दिख जाए, तो नैप्थलीन को सीधे सीधे आप यहां पर क्या करोगे बेटा, अब नैप्थलीन किसके साथ है वो हमें देखना है, ठीक है। अगर नैप्थलीन यहां पर किसी सॉलिड के साथ है, ठीक है, तो यहां पर आप सब्लिमेशन का यूज करोगे, ठीक है। किसका यूज करोगे बेटा, सब्लिमेशन का। लेकिन अगर वो किसी लिक्विड के साथ है तो क्रिस्टलाइजेशन का यूज करोगे, ठीक है। क्या यूज करोगे बेटा, यहां पर क्रिस्टलाइजेशन यूज करोगे, ठीक है। तो रिमेंबर दिस ट्रिक एंड दिस विल हेल्प यू इन द एग्जाम, ठीक है, क्योंकि ज्यादातर केसेस में ना नैप्थलीन आपको मिलता ही मिलता है, ठीक है। तो वो ट्रिक आप याद रख सकते हो। जैसे यहां पर अगर आप देखो, नैप्थलीन जो है वो बेंजोइक एसिड के साथ मिल रहा है, ठीक है। यहां पर जो नैप्थलीन है वो सोडियम क्लोराइड के साथ मिल रहा है, तो सोडियम क्लोराइड तो सॉल्ट हो गया, सॉलिड हो गया, ठीक है। तो यहां पर आप इसके लिए सब्लिमेशन यूज करोगे, तो ये सेकंड ऑप्शन से मैच कर गया। और इसके लिए आपको क्या क्रिस्टलाइजेशन यूज करना पड़ेगा। तो देखो अब ऐसे में ना क्वेश्चन क्लियर हो जाता है एक्चुअली। आप ऐसा देखोगे इसमें 4 यहां पर हो, 2 वहां पर हो, तो एक ही ऑप्शन बचेगा, ठीक है। बाकी सब आपका कैंसिल हो जाएंगे, ठीक है। तो क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट नहीं होते, आसान हो जाते हैं, मैं बता रहा हूं, ठीक है। अब यहां पर एक क्लोरोफॉर्म और एनिलीन, ये डिस्टिलेशन की मदद लेनी पड़ती है। वाटर आ रहा है तो स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन, ठीक है। तो ये हमारा स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन, वाटर जो है वो स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन से वो किया जाता है, ठीक है, रिमूव किया जाता है, स्टीम बनता है वाटर का, ठीक है। और क्लोरोफॉर्म और ये प्रॉपर नॉर्मल डिस्टिलेशन करना पड़ता है, ठीक है। तो ये हो गया सारा, मैच करा लेना। ये किससे मैच कर रहा है, ये थर्ड वाले से मैच कर रहा है और ये फर्स्ट वाले से, ठीक है। तो किससे मैच हुआ, ये 3, 4 1 and 2 लास्ट वाले से, डी ऑप्शन से। ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ। Fe3+ cation gives Persian blue precipitate on addition of potassium ferrocyanide solution due to formation। देखो हो क्या रहा है, बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है। Fe3+ को तुमने ऐड किस में किया बेटा, पोटेशियम फेरोसाइनाइड। ठीक है, पोटेशियम फेरोसाइनाइड क्या होता है, K4Fe फेरो है, ठीक है, K4FeCN6 होता है। ठीक है, अब अगर मैं इसमें देखो, अब सॉल्ट बनाना है कि इन दोनों का जो फॉर्मूला है वो पर्सियन ब्लू कैसे बनता है। ठीक है, तो देखो Fe+3 का कॉम्बिनेशन आप किससे करा रहे हो बेटा, आप करा रहे हो कॉम्बिनेशन किसका, FeCN6 टू द पावर 4 से क्रिस क्रॉस कर दो। जैसे ही क्रिस क्रॉस करोगे Fe4 आ जाएगा, इधर आपका आ जाएगा FeCN6 का थ्राइस। ठीक है, सो यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस। ठीक है, तो ये आपका आंसर आ जाएगा। ठीक है, कुछ नहीं, क्रिस क्रॉस करना है, बहुत बेसिक सा कॉन्सेप्ट है। ठीक है, ज़्यादा इसमें मेहनत नहीं है सवाल के अंदर, सब कुछ उन्होंने दिया हुआ है आपसे फॉर्मूला। बहुत सारे बच्चों को तो याद ही रहता है, ये फॉर्मूला ही याद रहता है। ठीक है, कि पर्सियन ब्लू में बाहर वाला +3 होता है, अंदर वाला +2 होता है, तो डायरेक्ट यूज कर लेते हैं। ठीक है, टर्न ब्लू जो होता है वो उल्टा हो जाता है, इधर वाला +3 हो जाता है, इधर वाला +2 हो जाता है। द नॉर्मेलिटी, अच्छा अब इंटीजर टाइप वाले क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं, देखिए जरा ध्यान से। द नॉर्मेलिटी ऑफ H2SO4, नॉर्मेलिटी बतानी है इन द सोल्यूशन ऑब्टेन्ड बाय मिक्सिंग 100 ml ऑफ H2SO4 विथ दिस मच NaOH। तो देखो क्या होगा कि आप एक तरफ तो एसिड ले रहे हो, ठीक है, और एसिड जो है वो कितना है, 0.1 मोलर 100 ml है। ठीक है, और दैट टू H2SO4 है। ठीक है, दूसरी तरफ आप बेस ले रहे हो, और वो बेस कौन सा है बेटा, NaOH है, और वो आपने लिया है 50 ml और 0.1 मोलारिटी। ठीक है, तो आपके इक्वलेंट निकाल लो। तो यहाँ पे अगर आप इक्वलेंट ऑफ एसिड निकालोगे तो इक्वलेंट ऑफ एसिड कितने हो जाएंगे बेटा, ये हो जाएंगे 0.1 इंटू 100, ये मिली इक्वलेंट है एक्चुअली, इंटू 100 इंटू 2 हो जाएगा, तो ये 20 आ रहा है। ठीक है, इसी तरीके से अगर आप यहाँ पे मिली इक्वलेंट निकाल लोगे, मिली इक्वलेंट ऑफ बेस निकाल लो, मिली इक्वलेंट ऑफ बेस, तो ये कितना आ रहा है बेटा, ये आ जाएगा 50 इंटू 0.1 इंटू 1। ठीक है, तो ये बेसिकली 5 आ रहा है। तो अब एसिड का इक्वलेंट ज़्यादा है तो एसिड बच जाएगा। ठीक है, तो एसिड जो बचा हुआ है, ठीक है, एसिड लेफ्ट अगर हम बात करें तो ये बेसिकली कितने हो जाएंगे बेटा, 15 मिली इक्वलेंट हो जाएंगे। 15 मिली इक्वलेंट आ गया। अब आपको क्या निकालना है, नॉर्मेलिटी निकालनी है। तो नॉर्मेलिटी के लिए कोई बड़ी चीज़ तो है नहीं, नॉर्मेलिटी क्या होता है, नंबर ऑफ मिली इक्वलेंट अगर बात करें अपॉन वॉल्यूम इन मिलीलीटर। ठीक है, तो ये हमें यहाँ पर करना है। ठीक है, वॉल्यूम इन मिलीलीटर ये हमें यहाँ पे करना है। तो नंबर ऑफ मिली इक्वलेंट्स कितने हो जाएंगे, 15 है, और वॉल्यूम जो क्वेश्चन में गिवन है वो 150 ml है। ठीक है, तो सॉल्व कर लो, आंसर आ जाएगा, 1 आएगा इसका आंसर। ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। फॉर ए रियल गैस एट 25 डिग्री सेल्सियस टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर, प्रेशर हाई है। ठीक है, अगर प्रेशर हाई है तो फिर देखते हैं क्या होता है। द वैल्यू ऑफ कंप्रेसिबिलिटी फैक्टर इज 2, Z की वैल्यू 2 दे रखी है क्वेश्चन में। ठीक है, द वैल्यू ऑफ वंडरवॉल कांस्टेंट B शुड बी, ठीक है, B निकालना है। देखो हाई प्रेशर पे अगर बात करें ना, तो जो कंप्रेसिबिलिटी फैक्टर होता है Z, वो क्या आता है बेटा, वो आता है 1 + PB/RT के बराबर आ जाता है, इसके बराबर आता है, इसके इक्वलेंट आता है। ठीक है, अब आपको Z की वैल्यू पता है, तो मैं यहां से ये लिख सकता हूं कि PB/RT जो होगा वो 1 आ रहा है। ठीक है, इसकी वैल्यू 2 थी ना एक्चुअली, सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दो। ठीक है, तो यहां से आपकी B की वैल्यू आ रही है, B की वैल्यू आ जा रही है RT/P। ठीक है, R की वैल्यू क्वेश्चन में गिवन है। ठीक है, सब्स्टिट्यूट इट, तो ये 0.083, टेम्परेचर गिवन है 298, और इसको हम लोग डिवाइड कर देंगे किससे बेटा, 99 से। जस्ट सॉल्व इट एंड यू विल गेट योर आंसर, तो आपका आंसर आ जाएगा। ठीक है, चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं। अ गैस जिसका मोलर मास इतना है, ठीक है, वॉज बर्नड इन एक्सेस। ठीक है, तो हम यहां पर क्या कर रहे हैं, हम गैस है, इसको हम बर्न करा रहे हैं एक्सेस ऑफ O2 में, इन अ कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम कैलोरीमीटर। ठीक है, कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम है कैलोरीमीटर, तो डेल्टा U देगा हमें ये। ठीक है, क्या देगा बेटा, डेल्टा U देगा। एंड ड्यूरिंग कंबशन द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द कैलोरीमीटर इज इंक्रीज्ड फ्रॉम दिस टू दिस, यानी डेल्टा T भी क्वेश्चन में गिवन है, दैट इज 0.545 केल्विन। ठीक है, इफ द हीट कैपेसिटी भी हमें पता है कोई उसकी, यानी कि हीट कैपेसिटी जो है, ठीक है, तो यहां पर आपको CT भी पता है। ठीक है, दैट इज बेसिकली 2.5 किलो जूल पर केल्विन। ठीक है, एंड एंथैल्पी ऑफ द कंबशन ऑफ द गैस इज दिस, एंथैल्पी यानी डेल्टा H भी आपको गिवन है क्वेश्चन में। ठीक है, बहुत सारी चीजें गिवन है। अच्छा, इस क्वेश्चन में एक प्रॉब्लम है, और प्रॉब्लम ये है कि आपको इस गैस के बारे में कुछ पता है नहीं एक्चुअली, ठीक है। तो हमें यह मानना पड़ेगा कि जो डेल्टा एच है वो अप्रोक्सीमेटली डेल्टा यू के बराबर है, ठीक है। ये हमें मानना पड़ेगा क्वेश्चन, बिना उसको माने आप नहीं कर पाओगे क्वेश्चन को, ठीक है। अच्छा, डेल्टा एच अगर डेल्टा यू के बराबर है, ठीक है, अगर डेल्टा एच डेल्टा यू के बराबर है तो फिर क्वेश्चन को कैसे अप्रोच करेंगे। तो देखो, जो बेसिकली यहां पर एनर्जी हमें मिली है, पूछा क्या गया था क्वेश्चन में, देन अमाउंट ऑफ गैस। अच्छा, अमाउंट ऑफ गैस बताना ग्राम में, ठीक है। तो देखो, अगर 1 मोल गैस होती, 1 मोल अगर गैस होती तो कितना एनर्जी रिलीज होता बेटा, 9 किलो जूल एनर्जी रिलीज होती, ठीक है, फॉर 1 मोल, ठीक है, अगर इतनी एनर्जी रिलीज होती। बट एक्चुअली कितना हुआ है वो यहां से पता चल जाएगा, ठीक है। तो एक्चुअल अगर आप देखोगे तो एक्चुअल आपसे कितना एनर्जी रिलीज हुई है वो आ जाएगा 2.5 इंटू 0.45, इतनी एनर्जी रिलीज हुई है, ठीक है। तो अगर 1 मोल होता तो इतना होता, ठीक है। तो 1 मोल मतलब कितने ग्राम की बात हो रही है बेटा, 280 ग्राम्स की बात हो रही है, ठीक है। तो पर ग्राम कितना रिलीज होगा बेटा, पर ग्राम जो रिलीज होता वो इतना होता, ठीक है, 280, इतना पर ग्राम होना चाहिए था, बट एक्चुअली हुआ उतना ही है, ठीक है। तो बेसिकली अगर आपको ग्राम में निकालना है, ठीक है, कि x ग्राम मान लेते हैं कि x ग्राम बर्न हुआ होगा, तो हम कैसे निकालेंगे बेटा कि x ग्राम के लिए कितनी एनर्जी होनी चाहिए थी, x इंटू 9/280 इतनी होनी चाहिए थी, बट आई कितनी है, इतनी सी आई है, ठीक है। तो निकाल लो, बस कैलकुलेशन है इसके आगे, और कुछ करना नहीं है। तो ऐसे भी समझ सकते हो, दूसरे तरीके से देखना हो तो ऐसे समझ सकते हो कि 9 किलो जूल एनर्जी किसके लिए रिलीज हो रही है बेटा, 280 ग्राम के लिए रिलीज हो रही है। तो 1 किलो जूल के लिए कितना है बेटा, 1 किलो जूल के लिए 280/9 ग्राम का वो लगेगा, सब्सटेंस लगेगा, ठीक है। तो अगर आप यहां से निकालने जाओगे तो जो एक्चुअल है, ठीक है, एक्चुअल कितनी है 2.5 इंटू कुछ ऐसा है, तो ये कर लो यार 2.5 इंटू 0.45, तो इसके लिए जो एनर्जी आएगी वो आ जाएगी इसके लिए जो वेट आएगा वो 2.5 इंटू 0.45 इंटू 280/9 हो जाएगा। तो ये आपका टोटल वेट आ जाएगा जो सवाल में पूछा गया है, ठीक है। करने के बहुत तरीके हैं क्वेश्चन को, ठीक है, करने के बहुत तरीके हैं। सर एक डाउट है, डाउट क्या है, EWS 18,000 रैंक से कोई NIT मिलेगा क्या? EWS में 18,000 रैंक है क्या? अगर EWS में 18,000 रैंक है तो आपको NIT मिल सकता है, ठीक है। आप अपना जो भी स्टेट हो उस स्टेट में जाकर NIT को प्रेफर करना, क्योंकि हर स्टेट के पास उनका स्टेट कोटा होता है, ठीक है। तो वो स्टेट कोटा को आप यूज करके बेसिकली आप मतलब लेकर फायदा लेकर आप ये कर सकते हो, ठीक है। सो गो फॉर दैट, ठीक है। EWS में 18,000 में खराब रैंक नहीं है, आपको मिल सकता है, कुछ ना कुछ मिल जाएगा, ठीक है, कोई ना कोई NIT मिलेगी। लेकिन अब मैं ये बोलूंगा कि आपका जो स्टेट होगा, ठीक है, स्टेट NIT ट्राई करिएगा, वहां पे ज्यादा चांसेस है मिलने के, ठीक है। ब्रांचेस में थोड़ा बहुत फर्क आ सकता है, बट मोस्ट प्रोबेबली आपको कुछ ना कुछ मिल जरूर जाएगा, ठीक है। तो ट्राई इट एंड गो फॉर द स्टेट NIT, और एक पेरिफेरल NITs कहा जाते हैं, मतलब कोर में ना हो, जैसे MP, UP या दिल्ली, हैदराबाद, ऐसे कोर में ना हो। पेरिफेरल मतलब वो जैसे कि अगर मान लो कि हम बात करते हैं पूरे इंडिया के स्ट्रक्चर को, ठीक है, इस तरीके से पकड़ के, तो ये जो एरिया है इसको हम पेरिफेरल कहते हैं। तो जैसे उड़ीसा वगैरह हो गया, इस साइड वाले जो NITs हैं इनमें मिलने के चांसेस होते हैं, ठीक है, अगरतला वगैरह, तो आप देख सकते हो उधर भी मिल सकता है, ठीक है, और अच्छी ब्रांच में आपको मिल जाएगी। चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ। व्हेन अ सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ सॉलिड A इज डिसॉल्व्ड इन 100 ग्राम ऑफ वाटर टू मेक अ डाइल्यूट सोल्यूशन, ठीक है, द वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ द सोल्यूशन इज रिड्यूस्ड टू 1/2 ऑफ द प्योर वाटर, ठीक है। तो देखो हो क्या रहा है कि अगर मैं बात करूं इनिशियल प्रेशर अगर P0 है, तो जो फाइनल सोल्यूशन का प्रेशर है, ठीक है, सोल्यूशन का जो प्रेशर है वो बेसिकली कितना आ रहा है बेटा, वो आ रहा है P0/2, रिड्यूस हो गया, ठीक है। तो अगर मेरे से कोई डेल्टा P भी पूछे तो मैं डेल्टा P को जो रिपोर्ट करूंगा वो P0/2 ही तो हो जाएगा, ठीक है, क्योंकि इनिशियल प्रेशर माइनस फाइनल प्रेशर, ठीक है। वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ प्योर उसकी जरूरत नहीं है क्वेश्चन में। द नंबर ऑफ मोल्स ऑफ सॉल्यूट एडेड, ठीक है, दो तरीके हैं क्वेश्चन को करने का, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन में एक छोटी सी बात उन्होंने लिखी हुई है, दैट इज द डाइल्यूट सोल्यूशन। अब अगर उन्होंने क्वेश्चन में डाइल्यूट सोल्यूशन अगर लिख दिया है तो बेसिकली क्या होगा, इसको आप फायदा उठा सकते हो, ठीक है। फायदा बहुत सारे लोग ये उठा लेते हैं कि यहां पर वो लोग ये कहते हैं कि डेल्टा P/P0 जो होगा वो बेसिकली N ऑफ सोल्यूट, मोल्स ऑफ सोल्यूट अपॉन N ऑफ यहां पर सॉल्वेंट लिख दो डायरेक्टली, ठीक है। ये तरीका है एक, ठीक है। दूसरा तरीका क्या है क्वेश्चन को करने का, दूसरा तरीका यह है कि डेल्टा पी बाई आप यहां पर ले लो पी एस, जो कि आपको पता ही है यही होता ही है, ठीक है। तो डेल्टा पी बाई पी एस जो होता है वो एन ऑफ सोल्यूट अपॉन क्या होता है बेटा, वो होता है एन ऑफ सॉल्वेंट, ठीक है। अब फर्क क्या पड़ता है कि अगर आप यहां पे पी एस ले रहे हो या पी नॉट, क्योंकि जो चेंज है वो बहुत बड़ा है, ठीक है, इस वजह से वैल्यूज अलग अलग आएंगे दोनों में। मैं आपको करके दिखा देता हूं, ठीक है। जैसे अगर मान लो कि यहां पर आप रखोगे तो ये रखोगे आप पी नॉट बाई टू अपॉन आप रखोगे पी नॉट, और यहां पे आप रखोगे एन ऑफ सोल्यूट, और एन ऑफ सोल्यूट आप यहां पे रखोगे एन ऑफ सॉल्वेंट, आपको पता है वेट दिया गया, ठीक है। तो ये हो जाएगा 100 अपॉन 18 विच इज नथिंग बट 5.55, ठीक है, ये आपके पास आ जाएगा। तो इसको डिवाइड कर दीजिए 5.55 से, और यहां से जब आप सॉल्व करोगे तो आपको एन ऑफ सोल्यूट जो है वो 2.76 आ जाएगा, हाफ ऑफ दिस, ओके। बट अगर आप यहां पे देखो ना तो क्वेश्चन में आंसर चेंज हो जाएगा। कैसे? ये भी पी नॉट बाई टू है, ये भी पी नॉट बाई टू है, और यहां पे अगर आप रखोगे तो ये एन ऑफ सोल्यूट जो हो जाएगा वो बेसिकली बराबर हो जाएगा एन ऑफ सॉल्वेंट के। कैसे बराबर हो जा रहा है वो आपको पता चली गया होगा, ये कट जाएंगे, तो जब ये कट जाएगा तो ये बराबर आ जाएंगे, और अगर ये बराबर आएगा तो जो एन ऑफ सोल्यूट की वैल्यू है 5.55 आ जाएगी, ठीक है। देखो दोनों से अलग आंसर आएगा, यहां से इंटीजर को वो करोगे राउंड ऑफ करोगे तो 3 आएगा, यहां से अगर राउंड ऑफ करोगे तो 6 आएगा, ठीक है। अब एनटीए अभी आंसर करेक्शन करेगा, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली दोनों आंसर होने चाहिए उसके बाद, ठीक है। वेट फॉर द आंसर करेक्शन। अब आंसर करेक्शन तो एक्चुअली हो चुके हैं, नए अपडेटेड आंसर की आ भी चुकी है आपके लिए, ठीक है, तो चेक कर लेना। अब यहां पर एक क्वेश्चन है, ए से बी जा रहा है, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द कंपाउंड बी फॉलोज द फर्स्ट ऑर्डर काइनेटिक्स, ठीक है। आफ्टर 70 मिनट द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ए वाज फाउंड टू बी हाफ ऑफ इट्स इनिशियल कंसंट्रेशन, यानी कि टी हाफ हमें क्वेश्चन में गिवन है, दैट इज 70 मिनट, ठीक है। अब 70 मिनट है तो हम इसको सेकंड में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, तो ये 70 इंटू 60 हो जाएगा, दिस मच सेकेंड हो जाएगा, ठीक है, ये यहां पर हो जाएगा। उसके बाद क्या है क्वेश्चन में, द रेट कांस्टेंट ऑफ द रिएक्शन, के आपसे पूछा गया, तो के तो क्या होता है ln 2 बाई टी हाफ, ठीक है, रख दो फॉर्मूले में वैल्यू, तो ये हो जाएगा 0.693 अपॉन 70 इंटू 60, बस यही है क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। सॉल्व कर लेना, मैच करा लेना। गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, अमॉन्ग द फॉलोइंग ओर बॉक्साइट सिडेराइट, कुछ ओर्स के नाम दिए गए, द नंबर ऑफ प्रिंसिपल ओर ऑफ आयरन, आयरन के प्रिंसिपल ओर्स बताने हैं, ठीक है। तो चलो देखो, बॉक्साइट तो एल्यूमिनियम का है, ठीक है, सिडेराइट आयरन का है, FeCO3 होता है ये, ठीक है, ये Al2O3.XH2O होता है, कई किताबों में 2 भी लिखा हुआ मिल जाएगा। क्यूपराइट जो है वो तो नहीं है, वो कॉपर का ओर है, ठीक है, क्यूपराइट, ठीक है। फिर उसके बाद कैलामाइन ZnCO3 को कहा जाता है, ठीक है, तो ये तो जिंक का है, ये भी नहीं है, सिर्फ अभी तक सिडेराइट ही मिला है। फिर हेमेटाइट तो आपको पता ही है, आयरन का ओर है फेमस। कैलोनाइट जो होता है वो एल्यूमिनो सिलिकेट का ओर होता है, ठीक है, ये एल्यूमिनो सिलिकेट होते हैं, तो ये तो आयरन का ओर नहीं होता, ठीक है। मैलाचिट की बात करें, मैलाकाइट जो कहा जाता है, तो ये COCO3.COH2O होल ट्वाइस होता है, तो ये कॉपर का प्राइमरी ओर है, तो ये भी गया, ठीक है। जो आयरन के मिले थे उनको तो टिक कर लो, नहीं भूल जाएंगे थोड़ी देर बाद, हाँ 2 हो गए थे। मैग्नेटाइट इज अगेन बेसिकली आयरन ओर ओनली, ठीक है, तो ये Fe3O4 हो गया, तो ये भी है हमारे पास, ये भी आयरन का ही ओर है। स्फेरालाइट इज नथिंग जिंक ब्लेंड, ठीक है, जिंक ब्लेंड का ही नाम होता है। लिमोनाइट है ना हमारे पास, लिमोनाइट हो गया, ठीक है, और FeSO4, और ये यहाँ पर क्रायोलाइट है, क्रायोलाइट तो नहीं होता, ये Na3Alf6 होता है, तो ये एल्यूमिनियम का होता है, तो ये भी है, तो 4 हो गए टोटल ना, हाँ 4 हो गए, ठीक है, तो 4 आंसर आ जाएगा इसका, ठीक है। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। द ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट ऑफ मैग्नीज इन द प्रोडक्ट ऑब्टेन्ड बाय द रिएक्शन ऑफ पोटेशियम पर मैग्नेट एंड हाइड्रोजन परऑक्साइड इन बेसिक मीडियम, ठीक है। देखो रिएक्शन जो होती है ना वो ऐसी होती है कि KMnO4 जो होता है वो एक्चुअली रिएक्शन करता है किसके साथ बेटा, H2O2 हाइड्रोजन परऑक्साइड के साथ, ठीक है। अब हाइड्रोजन परऑक्साइड जो है उसमें थोड़े बहुत हाइड्रोजन भी होते हैं, तो हाइड्रोजन और इसका जो बेसिक मीडियम है ये मिलकर जो बेसिसिटी ऑफ द सोल्यूशन है उसको डिक्रीज कर देते हैं, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली ना न्यूट्रलाइजेशन जैसा कंडीशन हो जाती है, ठीक है। और उसकी वजह से आपको पता होगा कि Mn 3 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट्स में जाता है, ठीक है। एक तो जाता है ये Mn+2 में, ठीक है, फिर ये जाता है किसमें बेटा, Mn बेसिकली +4 में जाता है, और एक ये जाता है Mn+6 में, ठीक है। +4 में तब जाता है जब आप न्यूट्रल या हल्का माइल्ड अल्कलाइन यूज करो, ठीक है। ये जब आप हाईली बेसिक सोल्यूशन ले लो, हाईली बेसिक, ठीक है, ये बहुत कम रेयर रिएक्शन होती है, हाईली बेसिक। और ये कब होता है बेटा? एसिडिक में। इसमें क्या है, ये न्यूट्रलाइजेशन के अप्रोक्सीमेट बराबर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि यहां से हाइड्रोजन आ रहा है और बेसिक मीडियम आपने लिया हुआ है, तो इसलिए जो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आपको मिलेगा वो फाइनल प्रोडक्ट आपको MnO2 मिलने लगता है, जिसमें Mn जो है वो +4 ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में है। ठीक है, सो द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी द 4। ठीक है, गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल्स और आयंस फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग हैविंग नॉन प्लेनर स्ट्रक्चर। तो चलो सब बना के देखते हैं। तो नाइट्रेट आयन का बनाओगे तो नाइट्रेट आयन का कुछ ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर आता है, ये sp2 होता है, प्लेनर होता है। ठीक है, तो ये प्लेनर है। H2O2 की बात करें, बुक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है, ओपन बुक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, ये नॉन प्लेनर होता है क्योंकि ये sp3 कार्बन्स होते हैं। ठीक है, सॉरी sp3 ऑक्सीजन्स होते हैं, तो ये नॉन प्लेनर है। फिर BF3 का प्लेनर होता है। ठीक है, सबको ही पता है sp2 होता है ये। ठीक है, तो ये इस तरीके से क्या होगा बेटा, यहाँ पर प्लेनर हो जाएगा। ठीक है, फिर PCl3 की बात करें, इसका पिरामिडल शेप होता है, नॉन प्लेनर होता है ये। ठीक है, कुछ इस प्रकार का होता है, नॉन प्लेनर है ये। ठीक है, फिर XeF4 की बात करें, ये जो स्ट्रक्चर होगा इसमें 2 लोन पेयर होंगे, एक ऊपर एक नीचे, और चारों जो बॉन्ड बनेंगे वो बेसिकली क्या होंगे बेटा, एक ही प्लेन में होंगे, स्क्वायर प्लेनर। तो ये प्लेनर ज्योमेट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा। ठीक है, फिर SF4 की बात करते हैं। SF4 का जो स्ट्रक्चर आएगा वो कुछ इस प्रकार का होगा कि इधर आपका लोन पेयर होगा, इधर आपका फ्लोरीन, इधर आपका फ्लोरीन, इधर आपका फ्लोरीन, इधर आपका फ्लोरीन। सीसॉ बोलते हैं ना इसको, सीसॉ बोलते हैं। और ये आपका जो स्ट्रक्चर ये नॉन प्लेनर होता है एक्चुअली। ठीक है, XeO3 पिरामिडल होगा। ठीक है, कुछ इस प्रकार से Xe डबल बॉन्ड O डबल बॉन्ड O डबल बॉन्ड O, तो ये भी नॉन प्लेनर ही है। ठीक है, PH4 टेट्राहेड्रल होगा NH4 की तरह, तो यहाँ पर भी H आएगा, 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 यहाँ पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज, तो ये भी नॉन प्लेनर ही है एक्चुअली। ठीक है, SO3 जो है ये प्लेनर होगा, इसका स्ट्रक्चर ऐसा होता है, S डबल बॉन्ड O डबल बॉन्ड O डबल बॉन्ड O, sp2 होता है इसका। ठीक है, तो ये चीज़ हम लोग को यहाँ पर देखने को मिलती है। ये आपका टेट्राहेड्रल होगा। ठीक है, ये आपका टेट्राहेड्रल होगा। ठीक है, इसका जो स्ट्रक्चर होगा AlOH, इधर भी आपका आ जाएगा OH, इधर भी आपका OH, और इधर भी आपका क्या आ जाएगा बेटा, OH आ जाएगा। ठीक है, तो ये आपका इस तरीके से स्ट्रक्चर हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो सारे बना दिए मैंने, तो देख लेना प्लेनर कौन कौन से, ये है, ये है, ये है, और आपका कहाँ गया, SO3 है, तो 4 हैं प्लेनर। ठीक है, गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट, द स्पिन ओनली मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट ऑफ द कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रेजेंट इन फेलिंग रिएजेंट। तो जो कॉम्प्लेक्स फेलिंग रिएजेंट में होता है ना, उसमें कॉपर जो होता है वो CO2+ में होता है एक्चुअली। बस इतना ही इंफॉर्मेशन यहाँ पे जरूरी है। ठीक है, तो अगर कॉपर 2+ को देखोगे तो कॉपर 2+ में जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्टेट होती है वो D9 होती है। ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कन्फिगरेशन D9 को अगर मैं यहाँ पे बनाऊँ तो नंबर ऑफ अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन निकालने के लिए तो 1 आएगा। ठीक है, कितना आ रहा है बेटा, 1। अगर 1 आ रहा है तो बेसिकली जो म्यू होगा, डाइपोल सॉरी मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट निकालना, सॉरी, तो जो मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट आएगा वो मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी बेटा, √n × n+2। तो यहाँ पे n की वैल्यू 1 रख दो, तो ये √3 आ रहा है। नियरेस्ट इंटीजर में जाओगे तो 2 हो जाएगा आंसर, 1.73 आएगा ना ये। ठीक है, ये 1.73 है, जिसको अगर आप राउंड ऑफ करोगे तो 2 आ जाएगा। ठीक है, गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट, यहाँ पर एक क्वेश्चन है और सवाल ये है कि इन द अबोव रिएक्शन 5 ग्राम ऑफ टॉलिन इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू द बेंजल्डिहाइड। ठीक है, with 92% yield, the amount of benzaldehyde produced, तो amount of benzaldehyde कितना प्रोड्यूस हुआ है वो आपको बताना है। ठीक है, तो देखो अगर ये 5 ग्राम है, ठीक है, अगर मान लो कि 100% कन्वर्जन होता तो इसका मोलिकुलर मास कितना है टॉलिन का, वो हमें निकालना पड़ेगा। चलो निकाल लेते हैं। तो द फॉर्मूला इज C6H5NCH3। ठीक है, ये फॉर्मूला है, तो 72 + 5 + 12 + 3। ठीक है, तो ये 8 और ये 20, 92 है। ठीक है, 92 ग्राम है ये। ठीक है, इसका निकालते हैं तो इसका हो जाएगा, ये कितना हो रहा है 77, तो ये आ जाएगा आपका 77 + 12 + 1 + यानी 78 हो गया, और 78 में 12 जोड़ा 90 हो गया, 90 और आपका 16 ऑक्सीजन का, तो 106। ठीक है, तो इसके 92 से ये 106 मिलता है। ठीक है, ध्यान से सुनना, 92 से 106 मिलता इफ 100% इल्ड होती, इफ 100% इल्ड होता। ठीक है, अब तो देखो सिंपली समझना, तो 1 ग्राम के लिए कितना होता बेटा, 106/92 होता, पर क्योंकि 100% इल्ड पे, ठीक है, लेकिन क्योंकि इल्ड ही 92% है तो अब कितना मिल रहा होगा बेटा, अब मिल रहा होगा 106/92 इंटू 92/100, ठीक है, इतना ही तो मिल रहा होगा क्योंकि 92% यील्ड है, ठीक है, 1 ग्राम से। 5 ग्राम से कितना मिलेगा, तो 5 ग्राम से अगर देखें वो भी 92% यील्ड लेकर, तो ये हो जाएगा 106/92 इंटू 92/100 इंटू यहाँ पर आ जाएगा 5। बस सॉल्व कर लेना, ये तो कट ही आ रहे हैं, बड़ा सिंपल क्वेश्चन था क्या ये। हाँ 5.3 ग्राम आ रहा है, तो ये 5.3 ग्राम के आसपास आ रहा है, ठीक है। सो द करेक्ट आंसर विल बी 5.3 ग्राम। तो बाकी आपको इसमें कन्वर्ट करना है तो ये 53 या 530 ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा, ठीक है। तो ये इसी के साथ आपका जो केमिस्ट्री का पेपर डिस्कशन है वो यहाँ पे खत्म होता है। नाउ द फिजिक्स पेपर डिस्कशन विल स्टार्ट, ओके।
आवाज चेक कर लो। हेलो हेलो Hello everyone, my name is Chetan Kumawat and I am physics faculty at Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. So today we are here to discuss the solution of JEE Mains 27 July Shift-2 evening session. So starting from the first question, this is the question from units and dimension. So you have an expression of energy density which is given alpha by beta sin alpha x by kt, and where alpha and beta are constant, and what you have to do is you have to find the dimension of beta. That is the question, okay. So you have to find the dimension of beta, and you know that this is energy density. It means the dimension of alpha by beta has to be also energy density, right? And you want the dimension of beta. So for this you must know the dimension of alpha, and anything which is written in the sign is always dimensionless. And if T is temperature, K is Boltzmann constant, so it is actually energy. So alpha dimension will be energy by x, right? So this is my energy density, that is energy per unit volume. Alpha we can write energy by x, and this is beta, energy will get cancelled, volume by x, that is L2. So dimension of beta is L2, which is matching with the option D, okay. Moving to the next question. So momentum vector we have to find. Again a good question. Mass of 10 kg is projected at an angle 45 degree with the horizontal. The trajectory of the body is observed to pass through this point. So if you have a point and trajectory mein you have a point, that means you can apply the equation of trajectory for projectile motion, that is given by like this. Alright. So y is given to me 10, x is 20, theta is 45, so 10, 45 is 1, minus this is 10, x square is again 20 square, okay, divided by 2, u square you don't know, and cos 45 is 1 by root 2, its square will be 1 by 2, right? So you can write it as 20, 10 is equal to 400, so it will be 4000 divided by u square, so your u becomes 20 meter per second. Alright, so this is the initial speed, and you have to find the momentum vector at t by root 2 second. Okay, so if this is the initial speed, so x component of speed will be 20 cos 45, that is 10 root 2 I cap, and it will not change because x direction mein acceleration is always 0, right? So momentum we want, so momentum will be mass into velocity. Mass is 10, velocity in x direction is 10 root 2, so m into v will be 100 root 2. So option will be either B or either D. So let us calculate the y. So we can calculate the time of flight as 2uy by z. 2, if theta is 45 degrees, so ux and uy will be same, divided by 10, so time is 2 root 2, and I want at what time? T by root 2 times, means at 2 second. So at 2 second I can write the velocity in y direction is given by uy plus ayt. Uy is 10 root 2, which is equal to ux. Acceleration in y direction is g, that is minus 10, time is 2, so it will be 10 root 2 plus 2, right? Minus will be there, not plus 2, yeah. So if you will multiply this with the mass, so it will be 100 root 2 minus 2, okay. So which is matching with it, you can write it like this, 10 is LCM, 2 minus root 2 multiply with 10, so it will be basically 100 root 2 minus 200 if we multiply with the mass, right. So 100 root 2 minus 200 is given in D option. So D is the final momentum, not final, the momentum at this time. Moving to the next question, a very simple question. We generally do this question while reading the chapter, right. A block of mass m, the word is important that it is moving actually with a constant velocity. If velocity is constant, so net force has to be 0 because acceleration is 0. It means friction and mg sin theta both has to be balanced, right. There is mg, there is a normal force. So friction value will be equal to mg sin theta and normal value is equal to mg cos theta, and you want the contact force. So normal is there, friction is there, so contact force will be in this direction, and contact force is given by, reaction force is given by square of them, so that will be equal to mg, that is given in first option. Alright, moving to the next question, a block of 2 seconded slide to a frictionless incline of 30 degree, length L is given, kept inside a lift going up with a uniform velocity. So this is actually a like question which is just confusing you by giving this lift, because you don't need any help with this lift because velocity is constant. So if velocity is constant, it means acceleration 0, so pseudo force will not be there, and you are having an incline like this where this theta is equal to 30 degree, length of incline is L, and 2 second is there, and the time taken by block 2 go down, that you need to find. Okay, so you know that there is a mg force, acceleration in this direction will be g sin 30 degree, force is mg sin 30 degree, means acceleration along length will be g sin 30 degree, that is 5 meter per second square. Applying the second equation of motion, initial velocity is 0, along the line I am applying half a into t square I need to find, right. Yeah, t is given 2 seconds, so length we can find 1 by 2 into 5 into 4, so 10 meter is the length. A block of 2 slide down a frictionless incline kept inside a lift going with a uniform length, the incline is changed to, yeah. So in this case length is 10 meter. Now in the second case you want to change this acceleration. So you can see from here that time is actually inversely proportional to the root a, right. So t1 upon t2 is equal to root of a2 by a1. So final acceleration will be z sin 45 and initial acceleration is z sin 30 degree. So it is actually 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, so it will be root of root 2. And t2 I need to find, t1 is given to me 2 seconds. So I can write it as 1.41, and you can say it will be approximately equal to 1.2. So it will be like 5 by 3 means 1.6 something second should be answer, that is given in C option. You don't have to go exactly in the calculation because you can see the option approximately it is coming this, so you can tick the answer. Moving to the next question, the velocity of the bullet becomes 1/3 after it penetrates 4 centimeter. So let's say there is a bullet like this which is moving with a speed u and it becomes u by 3 after 4 centimeter. Right, so there must be acceleration, right, deceleration actually, acceleration in opposite direction. So final speed square equal to initial speed square plus 2, acceleration into length is 4. Let us just keep it in centimeter because in the second case also we want in centimeter. Okay, so it will be 8 u square by 9 is equal to 8 into 8, that is my first equation. In the second part, it is saying that during a constant resistance is there, that is why we have applied the equation of motion. The bullet stops completely after traveling 4 plus x. Means after this 4 centimeter, it will also travel x distance and speed will be 0. So just apply the same equation from initial to final point. Final speed, initial speed 2 minus a, and total distance is x plus 4. So this x plus 4 will be equal to u square by 2a, and from this equation you can write u square by 2a is equal to 8 and 8 will get cancelled. So u square is equal to 9a by 2a, so it is 4.5 meter, right? So if x plus 4 is 4.5 meter, then x value will be 0.5, not meter, it will be in centimeter because we have taken this 4 as in centimeter. Okay, moving to the next question. A body of mass m is projected with a velocity, again a good question from gravitational chapter. So you are having a mass which is having a initial speed as lambda times of ve, where ve is the escape velocity. Lambda should be less than 1, otherwise it will escape, right? So from the surface of that it is given that this, if the air resistance is considered to be negligible, then the maximum height. So you know that at maximum height velocity will be 0. Let us just assume it h. Maximum height, and read the question very carefully. They have asked you from the center, not from the height. So just imagine this total distance is capital R. So again, energy conservation, this question has been asked in the morning shift also. So initial kinetic energy is half m lambda ve square, initial potential energy is this, final kinetic energy is 0, and final potential energy is this, right? All right. So now you know that escape velocity is written as root 2 gm by r, so I can write like this, minus zmm by r is equal to minus of zmm by small r. This term will get cancelled, 2 and 2 you can cancel, so you will have 1 minus lambda square by r is equal to 1 by r. So small r value will be r upon 1 minus lambda square, that is in B option. Alright, so this word was important, like everybody has done this question, but they were few students have found this h only. So read the question properly, they have asked you from the center, that is why I have taken this total distance. Yeah, another question from elasticity. So you have a steel wire and a copper wire, both are connected to each other like this, and there you are applying end-to-end force, and there is elongation which is net, that is 1.4 mm. So you are having like these two wire, and you can hang them also, like this, and there is a load of, let's say, W. So there will be extension in first wire, in second wire also, and the total extension is given me as 1.4 mm. And by the Hooke's law you can write as FL upon A delta L. So delta L will be FL1 divided by A1Y1 plus F2L2 divided by A2Y2, that is equal to 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 3, right? And obviously in both the string tension will be same, and that is something we have to find. So force I can take as LCM. Lengths are given. For the first one steel it is 3.2, and the second one it is 4.4, right? So 3.2, y1 is 2 into 10 to the power 11 plus this is 4.4, and the Young's modulus is 1.1 into 10 to the power 11. And what about area? Both the having same radius, so we can write area as pi into r square. R square means 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 3 to the whole square. Alright, everything is fine. So yeah, now we will solve this equation and we will find the value of f. You can see this is getting cancelled by 4 times, this is getting cancelled by 1.6 times. So 4 upon pi 1.f upon pi 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 3 to the whole square into 5.6 upon 10 to the power 11, 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 3, right? So you can solve this equation and you can get the value of f also. Let us just calculate in a very simple manner. F upon pi 1.4 into 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 6 and minus 11 will be minus 5. This is 5.6. This is 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 3. So this is 4 times. Pi you can write 22 by 7. So this will be 0.2 times. This will be my 20 times. right? So F is actually equal to 22, this is 10 by 11, so you can write 11 by 10, 10 to the power minus 4, 1.4, 11 into 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 5 is there, 11 is, it will be plus 5, and in plus 5 you can add this power as point is there, right? So 6 minus 3, so plus 3 will be there. So you can see here it is actually coming in Newton, and a power 11 minus 6 is minus 5, plus 5 minus 3 will be 2, and you will multiply this, it will be something 11 से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा is basically 154 Newton has to come, है ना? You can match with the options. I hope we haven't made any mistake. Lengths are right, area is right, 10 to the power minus 6 is there, 1.4 square we have taken, minus 6 minus 9 is there, 5 minus 2, 2 will be there. Yeah, everything is I guess right, no mistake is there. We have taken this in mm also. Yes, so from here you will get 154 as answer. So this is just completely calculation based question. This was important and this was important, okay. And obviously in the question pi equal to 22 by 7 was given to make the simple calculation like this, 1.4 was getting cancelled. Moving ahead, so you are having this as a Carnot engine, doesn't matter how many you are having, the resultant efficiency is 1 minus final temperature divided by 300, so you can write here as 2 by 3. In the first case also the efficiency is given as 1 minus 100 by 300, that is 2 by 3. But whenever you are having two Carnot engine in series, so instead of applying this formula, we have to apply this first efficiency, second efficiency minus first and second, like this. So first efficiency you can find here, 1 minus 2 by 3 will be there, 200 by 3, so it is actually 1 by 3. Second efficiency you can find 1 minus 1 by 2, that is equal to 1 by 2. So if you will put here 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6, so it is actually 4 by 6 bole to 2 by 3. So in the first case it was 2 by 3, in the second case it is also 2 by 3, so it is same as the first case. So this is question from KTG, direct theory based question. The first is saying that first option, a molecule with degree of freedom has n square degree of different way of storing energy. So that is wrong. Why? Because degree of freedom is defined in such a way that the number of ways in which it can carry the energy, not n square times, it should be n, right? So first one is wrong, right? Second one, each degree of freedom is associated with half r by 2. Average energy per molecule is very important, because for each degree of freedom energy is something like this, and it can be written as r by Na into T, and for 1 mole number of atoms are Na, so you can cancel them and you will have RT, half RT. So this one is right, okay. The third thing is saying a monoatomic gas molecule has 1 rotational degree of freedom. That is completely wrong. It will have 3 degree of freedom, 1 in X, Y and Z, and a 3 basically translational degree of freedom, and there will be no rotation for a monoatomic gas. So this one is wrong. 1 rotational degree of freedom, whereas diatomic molecule, this one is wrong completely. CH4, you know from the chemistry, like it is having a tetrahedron like a structure. So you can have here 3 translational and 3 rotational along 3 axes. So this one is also right, 6 degree of freedom will be total, 3 translational plus 3 rotational. So A and D is right, it means not A and D is right, B and D is right, it means B option is my final answer. Moving to the next question, this question is a very simple question. If you have a charge Q and you divide this in 2 parts, so let's say first part is Q and the second part is Q minus Q. So what will be the force between them? It will be K Q1 Q2 by R square, and this force has to be maximum. It means this has to be 0. So if you will do this as 0, so you will have Q as Q by 2, right? Means half you have to divide. So 2 should be my answer. Maximum students have answered directly this, because they know that to get the maximum force they have to divide in equal parts. This is a theoretical question from current electricity, or you can say microscopic Ohm's law. The drift velocity of electron decreases with increase in temperature. So if you increase the temperature, the relaxation time decreases means drift velocity decreases. So this one is right answer. Okay, if you increase the temperature, relaxation time decreases, so drift velocity has to decrease. That means it's right. The drift velocity is inversely proportional to the area of cross section of given conductor. Drift velocity is actually given by this, है ना? So of a given conductor, but if it is a current carrying wire, so you might say like from here drift velocity is actually I by A and E. So from here you can say like it is inversely proportional to area, but the problem with this is they haven't given you any information about N as well as I. And so apart from this, we can definitely say like it is independent on area. So we will not say like this one is correct. Drift velocity does not depend on the applied potential difference. There is a term of electric field, so that is written by potential difference by length, so it depends, so this one is also wrong. The drift velocity of electron is inversely proportional to the length of the conductor. You can see from this it is actually inversely proportional to the length of the conductor, so this one is right. Drift velocity increases with the increase in the temperature of conductor. So if you increases the temperature, drift velocity decreases. That we have done in A option, so this one is definitely wrong. So A and D are right, that is in B option. Okay, moving ahead, a compass needle of oscillation, this 20 times dip is there, number of oscillation per unit time as this, so you have to find the magnetic field. Okay, so read this statement properly so you can get the time period. Number of oscillation per minute is 100, means in 60 minutes number of oscillation are 10, not 100. Okay, so what should be the time period for one oscillation? It should be 6 minutes, right? 10 number of oscillation in 60 seconds. So the time period should be 6 seconds. In the first case, 20 times per minute means 20 oscillations in 60 seconds. So one oscillation will be in 3 seconds. So the first time period is 3, the second time period is 6, alright, and time period in magnetometer is given by 2 pi root I by mb, where I is moment of inertia, which is not changing, magnetic moment is also not changing. The only thing which will change is magnetic field ka horizontal component. So if you will take the ratio, you can write it as B2 cos theta 2 upon B1 cos theta 1, right? Alright, and you have to find the ratio of B2 by B1. So T1 is 3, T2 is 6, square both side, this will be BQ, this will be BP, and the second angle is 60 degree, first angle is 30 degree. Cos 60 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So BQ by BP is actually equal to its square will be 1 by 4. So root 3 by 4 should be my answer, that is in A option. Alright, such a simple question, direct formula based question. Moving to the next question, cyclotron is used to the, I would say this is a medium to tough question because this is having a calculation only, otherwise it is again a direct formula based question. So you have to find the kinetic energy, right? You know that radius is given by mv by qb. Mv is momentum, so momentum you can write qb into r. So kinetic energy is p square by 2m, means q square b square r square by 2m. Everything is given in the question, so let us just put here. Protons are there, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 ka square. Alright, magnetic field is there 1, radius is there 60 centimeter, means 0.6 ka whole square divided by 2, mass of proton is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27, right? Answer is we have to give in mega electron volt, so this will be in joule, we have to convert in mega electron volt. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 38 minus 27, that will be minus 11, right? And into this will be 0.36, 1.6 will get cancelled, so this is 0.8, so 8 6 are 48, and it will be something like this, so 0.288 into 10 to the power minus 12 joule is my answer. If I want to calculate in electron volt, so I will write this expression in I will divide this expression by E, that is this one. Okay, all right, so what we can do is here it is 2.9 is there, so 1.3 1.7 something into 10 to the power 7 electron volt. If I want to answer in mega electron volt, so it will be 18 mega electron volt. That is in B option. Alright, moving to the next question. There is a LCR circuit question from LC, and at frequency 60% lower than the resonant frequency. Good question. So let us just find a resonant frequency, that is given by 1 upon root, this is angular frequency, okay. So 1 upon root, L is given to you 10 to the power minus 2, C is 10 to the power minus 6, so it will be 10 to the power minus 8 minus 4, 10 to the power 4 ohm will be my final answer. Right, minus 6 minus 2 minus 8 is square root will be 10 to the power minus 4, so 10 to the power 4 radian per second is my answer. So I want 60% of this, okay, 60% of this one. So 60% of this means 0.6 into 10 to the power 4 means 6000 radian per second is my frequency. Okay. So what I have to do is I have to find new XL, that is omega into L, that is 60 ohm. I have to find new XC, that is 1 upon omega C. Omega is 6000 into C is 10 to the power minus 6, so it will be 1000 by 6, right, that is 500 by 3, so 1, 2, 6, 6 ohm, something like this. I hope we are not making any calculation mistake here. 6000 was the omega, alright, and C is 10 to the power minus 6, so it is 10 to the power 3, yeah. So this is XA, this is XL, so what we can do is R square plus XL minus XC. So if we will subtract this, so we will again have 100 approximately we are taking, its square is 10,000, so its answer will also be approximately 100, right. So if you will divide this by this, you will get the approximately current value, right. So current value will be 50 divided by this, so and you want in milliampere, so it will be approximately something, we are getting closer to the answer 50, right, because we have taken this as higher or lower, we have taken the lower, so we have taken the lower, so Z is lower, so my final answer has to be, this should be the less than this 500 means 466 milliampere should be there. Okay, moving ahead, identify the correct statements from the following description of various properties of electromagnetic wave. In electromagnetic wave, electric field, magnetic field and the wave direction are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, so that is given in D option. The first thing you need to understand, and energy is always equally divided between the magnetic and electric field, that is in B option. First one is wrong. If D is wrong, D is right, C is also wrong. The ratio of amplitude of magnetic field to the amplitude of electric field is equal to speed of light. This is actually opposite, है ना? E by B is given by C, not B by E. So this one is also wrong. So only B and D are right. It means B option is the right answer. Moving to the next question, two coherent sources of light are given to you in this ratio, intensity is in this ratio, right? So if one is having intensity as I, other one is having intensity as 4I, and you know that maximum intensity is the sum of these two intensity, minimum intensity is the difference of these intensity. I max plus I minimum will be 8I and subtraction will be 2I, so answer will be 4. For this interference pattern, the value of I max, the intensity, yeah, I14, everything is I guess right, 5I and minimum intensity is 3I. If you will add them 8I, subtract them 2I, so answer will be 4. Okay, 4 by 1 is there, so can you compare with it? You can compare with this. Two coherent sources of light interfere, the intensity ratio of the two ratios are this. Okay, if one is I, 4I, interference pattern of the I max will be 5I, I minimum is also right. If you will add them, it will have 8I. If you will subtract them, 2I, so answer will be 4. Okay, so you have to find 2 alpha plus 1 upon beta plus 3 is actually 4 upon 1, but it is having 1 plus 3 How is that possible? So let me just multiply by 3. Something is wrong in this part only. Alpha by beta will come approximately 1 by 2, because it should be, I guess, 5i, I max plus I minimum. So it is 8i, and 5 minus 3 is 3i, 2i, right? Everything is, I guess, right. 16 divided by 4, so you can write it as 1 plus 3, and 16 is actually, something is wrong. Okay. Let me just check if question is wrong. So in this question, the frequency is 60% lower, so actually remaining frequency is 40%, so it will be 4000 instead of 6000. Okay, so this should be 40 ohm. In the same way, this will also be a simpler answer, 1000 upon 4, right, and is 250 ohm. Okay, and if you will subtract them, so you will have 210 here. 4000 into 10 to the power minus 6 is 4000 upon 4, that is 250. 250 minus 40 is 210, and if you will do this, so this will come very high, like you can take 10, 1 plus 2.1 ka whole square, so 10 into root 5 is there. If you are taking 100 as LCM, so it will be 21 not, and its square is approximately 21 only, so it will come to 210 he only. Okay, no effect will be there from this 100. So if you will divide this 50 by 210 and you will multiply this, so you will have actually 238 ampere current. Okay, 21 2s are 42. And in this question everything was right. In this question what we have done is we have applied the formula for maximum amplitude, but we have to find the maximum intensity. That was the problem. Didn't consider the, so if these are 2i, so I max is given by I1 plus I2 plus 2 root I1 I2 into cos phi will be for maximum, it will be 1, right? So 4i, it will be 9i, and if you want to find I minimum, then 5i plus 2, and instead of plus you will have here minus, so it will be I, and I plus I max plus I minimum will be 10i, and if you will subtract them you will have 10i, so it will be 5 by 4, means you can write 4 plus 1 upon 1 plus 3, so beta is 1 and 2 alpha is 4, means alpha is 2, so alpha by beta will be actually 2, right? So that is given in B option. Moving ahead, so this was a mistake here, this is not maximum intensity, you have to add this term also, maximum amplitude is given by direct sum. Moving to the next question, with reference to the observation in photo, again a theoretical question, a square of maximum velocity, you know that Einstein relation is given by E minus phi, and this is actually half mv square. It actually, if v square is linearly varying with the frequency, right, the square of maximum velocity of photoelectrons varies linearly with frequency of incident light, so this one is right. The value of saturation current always depend upon the intensity. Okay, it always depend on the intensity. So if you take the source of light away, so the intensity reaching will be power upon 4 pi d square. So if increases the d, current will decrease. right? And so saturation current will also decrease, so this one is wrong. If intensity decreases, the current will also decrease. The maximum kinetic energy of photoelectron decreases on increasing the power. Power ka there will be no effect on maximum kinetic energy. Maximum kinetic energy completely depend on the frequency. This one is also wrong. The immediate emission of photoelectron out of the matter cannot be explained by the particle nature. Photoelectric effect itself is the showing the particle nature of the light, right? So this one is also wrong. And threshold wavelength was not explained in the wave theory. That is where the role of photoelectric effect comes. So this one is also right. So my A and E options are right, means B is right answer. Moving to the next question, the activity of a radioactive material is this, the half-life is this. So after how much time activity will become like this? And so you can say 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 4 means it is 1 upon 5 upon 640. So 1 to 8. So you can write it as 2 to the power 7, right? So after 7 half-life, it will activity become like this. So if half-life is 5, so after 7 half-life, the total time is 35 days, that is in D option. Okay, moving ahead. So this is again a direct formula based question. You have to find the current gain, that is given by beta IC या delta IC, small change in IC by IB, है ना, and IC is changed from 4 to 6 means 2 milliampere change, and base current is changed by 20 to 25 means 5 micro. So it will be 2000 divided by 5 means 400. So the value of beta will be 400. Moving ahead, again a simple question. Modulation index is given by AM by EC, है ना. Amplitude of modulated wave is given to you 1 and AC amplitude is 5. So my answer should be 0.2, that is in A option. Alright, moving ahead, in an experiment this. So read the graph very carefully. Extension upon load into 10 to the power minus 5 is given, है ना. So if you know the Hooke's law, again a second question from Hooke's law, FL upon delta L, extension by load can be given as 1 upon AY into length, right? So graph of this quantity with this will be a straight line passing through an origin with this slope, right? So the slope of this line will be 1 upon AY, and that you can write tan theta is perpendicular upon base. This perpendicular is 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 5. This should be in denominator, 1 upon AY, everything was right, 0.25 into 10 to the power minus 5 divided by base. Base is 1 and the unit is meter, है ना. So you can write this as 1 by 4 and you have to find the Young's modulus, right? So Young's modulus will be 4 into 10 to the power 5 upon area, and area is given to you as 2 mm square, 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So it will be 2 into 10 to the power 11, and if you will compare this with this, so the value of x will be 2. The value of x will be 2, right? Moving to the next question. So this is again a simple question from meter bridge. This is L, this is 100 minus L. So you know that at balancing condition R1 by L is equal to R2 by 100 minus L. Okay, this has to balance, and now what they are doing is the radius of the wire AB is doubled. So if you are doubling this whole radius, है ना, so you know that there will be no effect on the length because resistance is given by rho L by A. So if you double the radius, area will get 4 times, but that area will also get 4 times this side. So on both sides it will get cancelled and there will be no effect. So again balancing length will be 40 centimeter only. Moving ahead. So this is a question from combination of prism. So the combination produces no dispersion and you have to find net average deviation. Deviation by a prism is given by A into mu minus 1. So for this prism, deviation is 6 and its mu is given to you 1.5, 0.5, and for this prism deviation is A into mu minus 1, its mu is 1.55 minus 1 will be this, right? So you can write this as 5 to 2.75 you can write as 3. And you can see these two are inverted to each other. So if this deviation due to this prism is in clockwise sense, so due to this it will be in anti-clockwise sense, means the net deviation should be 3 minus 2.75, that is 0.25, means 1 by 4 degree. So the value of x should be 4. Alright, moving ahead, you are having a conductive loop in which magnetic field is given and the loop is in xy plane. So its area vector will be in, if loop is in xy plane, its area vector will be in z direction, right? And the radius of the loop is 1 mm. So area is pi into r square and it will be in k cap direction. And if I want to find the induced EMF, I must know the value of flux first, and flux is given by the dot product of magnetic field and area vector. That is area vector, that is magnetic field. Just do the dot product, k cap and k cap will be 3t square into pi. And if I want to find the flux, so it will be d phi by dt or minus d phi by dt, it will be minus 60 pi. And time is given to you 2, so answer will be minus 12 pi. Minus is just telling you it will oppose the change, right? So if you will compare with this term to this, n value will be 12. N value will be 12. Moving ahead. So in steady state, you have to find the charge stored in the capacitor. At steady state, you know that current in this branch will be 0. So if current is 0, current will only go in this circuit, and the value of current will be 10 upon total resistance, that is 100 plus 10 means 1 by 11 ampere. Okay, 1 by 11 ampere. Okay, that is the current. All right. Now I want the charge across this. For that I must know the potential difference across this. So if this is my A point, this is my B point, so definitely potential will also be here B and here A. Why? Because there is no current in this resistance. So if I can calculate the potential difference across these 2 points, I would be able to calculate the charge across this capacitor. So potential difference across 100 ohm is I into R, that is 100 by 11 volt. Okay, so the charge I can write C into V. C is 1.1 and V is 100 by 11, so it is actually 10 microcoulomb, right? So 10 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb should be my answer. Moving ahead, this is again a good question. So for this good question, let us just make the diagram first. Okay, so length is 8 centimeter. This total length is 8 centimeter for a capacitor. This is also given to you. The distance between the plates is 4 mm. All right, and the width inside is given to you as 4 centimeter. Okay, this one is given to you 4 centimeter. So if this is 8, this is 4, so total area will be 8 into 4, that is 32. All right, and you have connected this to a battery of 20 volt. A dielectric slab of dielectric constant 5 have a length 1 centimeter. So you are only having dielectric which K is 5 and length is 1 centimeter. All right, width is 4 centimeter, means inside it is also 4 centimeter. Thickness is 4 mm, means it is fully filled between the plates. Is injected between the plates of the parallel plate capacitor the electrostatic energy of this system. So if you want to find the energy, we must know the C equivalent first, right? So if there are 2 capacitor, one is this smaller one, other one is this bigger one, right? And both are in parallel. So equivalent capacitance will be C1 plus C2. Parallel plate capacitor mein capacitance is given by A epsilon naught by D, right? So epsilon naught D is 4 mm. I have to write the area, and area of plate I have to take this one. So this length is 7 and inside it is 4. So I can write 7 into 4, but it is in centimeter square. So I should write 10 to the power minus 4 to convert in SI unit. In the same way, if I have to find the capacitance of this, so it will be A, that is length into width is 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 A epsilon naught by D. D is again 4 into 10 to the power minus 3, right? All right, so just calculate it because our final answer is also given in terms of epsilon naught. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. This will become 0.7 epsilon naught. 4 and 4 will get cancelled. This will again become 0.7 1 epsilon naught. So my C equivalent is 0.8 epsilon naught. So energy I can write half C into V square, and V is given to you 20, so its square will be 400, that means 200, that means 0, 160 epsilon naught, so here it should be 160. Okay, so good question, I would say tough question according to JEE Mains, because people do make mistakes in taking the areas. Moving to the next question, a wire of 30 centimeter is stretched between two rigid supports. Its nth and n plus 1th frequency are given, right? So the difference is 50, that is given by beat frequency, that is V by 2L. V is equal to 100 and length is 0.3, means 30. And velocity in a string wave is given by root T by mu. I want mu, so it will be T by 900. T is returned to me 2700. This is 900, so this is 3 kg per meter. Everything was in SI unit, so my answer will also be in SI unit. Moving ahead, a spherical saw bubble of radius. Good question, tough question and very good question according to JEE Mains. So you are having two bubbles, one is of 3 centimeter, other one is of 6 centimeter. So let's say there is a pressure P1, there is a pressure P2, there is a pressure P3, right? So inside first bubble pressure will be P1 plus 4T by R, and radius of bigger bubble is 6, right? Inside the inner bubble pressure is P3, that will be outside pressure plus 4T by its R, that is 3. Now question says that this P3 is actually equal to another bubble of radius R which is placed like in atmosphere P0. You can write this as P0 also, not a problem. Atmospheric pressure is outside. So what will be the inside pressure in it? P0 plus 4T by R. Now question says that this P is actually equal to P3. So find the value of this capital R. So from here I can write that P3 minus P0 is equal to 4T by R. So just add these two equations. P3 is equal to P0 plus 4T 6 3, that will be P3 minus P0 is equal to 4T by 2. Just compare these two. Radius is actually equal to 2 centimeter for that drop. So this drop will have the same pressure as of P3 if its radius is 2 centimeter. So answer should be 2 centimeter. Unit was also given 2 centimeter. Moving to the next question. So obviously if there is a string like this and if you will release this string, so it will keep rotating and will go down also. In this case it will happen. Now he is saying after how much height, like descent of height, it will achieve the speed of 4 meter per second. From here to here you can apply the energy conservation, that is K1 plus U1 is equal to K2 plus U2. Initially it has released initial potential energy, you can write mgh. Final kinetic energy will be rotational as well as translational. So it's a disk actually, or you can say cylinder actually. So half mv square plus half I omega square. Omega you can write v by r ka whole square. Final potential energy we have assumed 0. Okay. So this will be mgh is equal to 3 by 4 mv square, and I need to find h. So it will be 3v square by 4g. 3 into v square is 16, 40, 8, 5, 6 by 5, that is 1.2 meter is my answer. That means 120 centimeter is my final answer. Okay. The last question of the paper, good question I would say. So question says that you have thrown this A to B, this block, with a velocity just sufficient to carry, means whenever it reaches its velocity is 0. Alright. Point B. So you have to find this time first, the time taken to reach from here to here and there to there. You have to find total time. So let us just find this time first. Okay, this wala time. Initial velocity is given kya with a velocity. Now initial velocity you can find, but no worries, if you know the final speed you can calculate the time also using this equation, right? So final speed is 0. and if this is 10, so this will be also 10, so this will be 10 root 2. So 10 root 2 is equal to minus of half, acceleration is opposite direction, that is z sine 45 means 5 root 2 into t square, root 2, so t square is 4, so time will be 2 seconds. So that is the time. In the second case, after reaching the point B, the block slides down on inclined plane. Now you are coming from here to here and you have to find that another time. So again the second equation, if this is 10, so this will be 10 by sine 30 means 20 meter. So S is equal to ut plus half. Now acceleration is downward direction, that is z sine 30 means 5 into t1 square. So this will be 2 root 2 second. So total time will be 2 plus 2 root 2 means 2 into 1 plus root 2, and you just compare with this result, you will get the t as 2. Okay, so I would say medium type question, but we do lot of questions like this, है ना, in kinematics and analysis.